Hey, it's Eddie's fault. That's all I'm going to say. Welcome to the Rideshare Garage. It is Wednesday night. We are live. I am your host, Vinny Pivot. I've been given a new nickname, y'all. Somebody gave me a new nickname. It is now Vinny Pivot. I got Eddie to my right. I believe, I can't swear to it, that is Black Vinny below us. But until he shows his face, I don't freaking know who it is, bro. I don't know who it is. Oh my God. Hope everybody's having a good night out there. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Eddie and I, we were just watching something. If you read the thumbnail, you know tonight we've got a special guest coming on. He'll be on in a little while. It was just too funny. Should I give him a sneak peek? Should I give him a sneak peek? Should I give him a sneak peek?
Bring it on. Yeah, it's just that
A sneak peek. All right, hold on. I want to
that scene that we were stuck in. It was just like, Steven came right in there. He's like, "What the hell is going on?"
Hold on. I got to line it up though before I show it.
I got to line it up. Good morning, Ron, commuter.
Okay, hold on.
All praises, Randy. I mean,
hey,
why am I doing good?
Hey.
I'm so tired.
I'm not gonna play the sound. I'm just gonna play the video. I'm gonna play the video, and later on, the guy who created this video, you'll be able to ask him.
and then
sorry.
And then
I'm sorry. We'll let the guy who had that issue explain that problem and why he videotaped it and all of that good stuff later on. Anyway, what's going on? I see Ron from the Rideshare Culture. He's not going to be on the stream, even though he's got the link. I see that. Oh, Sir Steven, the deactivated Lux driver, has joined us tonight. You want to say hello, Mr. Steven? What's going on?
Hello. I'm still getting my sound set up so it won't come through my mic, but hello, everyone.
You still sound like you want to serenade somebody off their feet. Anyway, I know Jeff will be along soon. Kara should pop up. The executive producer should pop up in. We got Kyle coming on tonight. We Zoom. Big announcement for Kyle. We're going to talk about that tonight when he gets on. And then, like I said, we got Richie Hustle's going to be in the house tonight. Going to talk to everybody about what he does, how he does it, and how well he's doing with it now that, maybe that, the pause is kind of over. So that should be a really, really good, interesting conversation with them. Anyway, Eddie.
Yes.
Are you gonna say hello? Are you gonna sit there and look?
I did say hello, CGC. You weren't listening. I said good morning to everybody that's in there, including this.
Good morning.
What is this?
Good morning.
Yeah, I literally said that. Would you believe it?
You said good morning. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Since we don't have anybody else here yet, I guess I'll start off with the Ron from the Rideshare Culture is like, what's with the low voice, bro? He's working for he's married now, so he's got to actually work for it.
Yeah.
You can't just come in. You can't just come in and make a phone call and say, "Hey, would you like some taco?"
Happy wife, happy life.
No more Taco Bell. Don't work no more, bro. No more, broski. Now it's Fleming's and Ruth Chris.
Oh God, I've still never been there.
All right, so I don't know what to start.
Hey, Thomas, I'm always on time. I'm always on time. I don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about?
Oh, Thomas wants to come on. Oh, let me. You know what? Let me go find his. I'll go find his email. You guys can. Hey, what? Are you activated now? Are you able to drive? I know about the car, but Steven, can you drive now? Did they finally get you? Or what?
I can drive on Uber. On Friday, we'll see if Lyft finally clears me, and I'm back on Lyft. But it's all checker saying that it should be cleared by the 14th. So we'll see.
Gotcha.
They've been kicking that can down the road since April. So
interesting. I will say this. I ordered those things yesterday. I told you guys I ordered those things from Amazon Prime yesterday.
Prime Day. Still Prime Day.
They were supposed to arrive today.
Things usually get thrown off around Prime Day. So
so instead of saying, hey, Vinny, instead of saying Vinny, it'll be 2 days, they say, no, Order in the next 30 minutes, and it'll be there by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, this shit will be here by 10 p.m. tomorrow night, some bitches. Lying ass Jeff Bezos with his fake penis rocket. Oh, man. So
I'm wondering what everybody else is doing for pivots. I am very interested.
Well, before we get into the pivots thing, Eddie, did you sign up yet for the Rideshare Garage War?
No, you were asking me to do an update on the app.
Yeah, you got to
update on it.
Bro,
go to the app store, look for the app, and then it should say update if you need an update.
When I was looking for it in the app store, it wasn't there.
Steven, can you?
You're on Android? Here, I'll send it to you right now.
Yeah.
Can you please explain to him how to? Eddie, you don't know how to update your damn phone?
He's saying he didn't see the app in the store. When was the last time you checked?
Oh, you got no. Just go to your Play Store. Just go to your Play Store and hit update all.
Oh, I don't update all my apps.
I forgot to get Red. Red, I'm sending you the link. I'm gonna put it in Discord, Red. I'm gonna put it in Discord.
If I had my car red, I'd be in there. I want that smoke.
We got a pretty good group going here.
You got to let me know when other stuff is included, like pressure washer.
Say what?
I was saying she's got to let me know when other gig work, even self-assigned gig work, is included.
Let's see. I believe that is it.
I can show numbers. Everything would be through Square, so I'll be able to show numbers.
No, that don't count. That don't count, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, there's other gig work besides just the gig apps.
No.
Correct. There's a lot of
yeah.
Well, right now,
I'm feeling real excluded right now.
There's a lot of food delivery here.
Well, listen, if you're feeling excluded, that's your fault. I
didn't deactivate myself.
Listen, let me put this out here right now, so nobody out there in the world thinks I'm excluding.
It's Vinny's fault.
Because we're not diverse. Okay.
Yeah, we're not gig diverse. Look, we're not gig diverse.
Bullshit. We got all the bases covered.
And we're excluding gigs that aren't assigned by gig companies.
Bullshit. I got 2 Hispanics, 2 black folks.
We say gigs.
I got a black woman, and I got the token white guy. So I don't want to hear it. Rideshare Garage.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Really diversified.
And he's got the tinfoil hat too.
Bro, I ain't putting on no damn tinfoil hat right now. Hey, shout out to Cray Cray's in the house. Cray.
Oh, Cray. I want that smoke. I want that smoke, Cray. I want that smoke.
Well, you would have to have a car to do Uber in before you could get that smoke on me. And just to let y'all know, I was gonna leave. You know what? You see this? You see what Ron's doing to me already? That's true. Vinny is really white. LOL.
He's not. He just needs a tan.
He should know. He should know. He was sitting in my truck last night when we were all getting over at the Blink 182 concert last night. He was in the truck right next, bro. It was so humid. It wasn't hot. It was humid. And he's
there's the humidity.
I'm sitting in the truck, and I'm like, dude, just come sit in the truck. I'll fire the truck up,
He
got the worst of it last night.
I absorb. Okay?
You what?
If I stay on there long enough, I get as dark as Steve.
I don't even. Yeah, you absorb my ass. Yeah, you and Zelensky, both of y'all 5'2" nothing. Talking about absorb.
Okay.
Y'all couldn't even make a, what do they call that? That
I get dark enough to disappear at night, bro. I'm gonna sneak around and shit. Hell yeah.
All right. So we got Red, who's still blue until Monday when she'll have to go red. We got Red here. Red, you want to real quick, give us a quick synopsis of what the Rideshare Garage is going to do to the Gig Wars official team this weekend on your Gig Wars official app.
What you guys are gonna do?
That's right.
Yeah, you're kind of slow there. You're really not saying anything. You're just kind of looking in the camera like you're in the headlights.
Well, okay.
My truck when I'm doing 100 on 95. You better come on, woman, and step up.
Well, you asked for a Team Wars function, so
I did.
I'm giving it to you.
Uh-huh.
And you guys are going to help us show how fun the Team Wars is, and then at the end of it, y'all going to make a little video praising Gig Wars Official.
This is Sparta!
She's got no idea. Did you see who my team is?
Yeah.
I'm the weak link. And you know what, Red? And you know what?
Did
Jeff
you see
and I
my
had-
team?
Yeah, I ain't worried about your team. That's why I'm saying. I'm not worried about you. Listen, even no, Cray, believe me, I can play the dozens, honey. You don't know me like that. Get back. You don't know me like that. Listen, Jeff and I had
What's the wager? What's the wager?
The wager is losing team has to make a video praising the winning team. So
I
if
thought each
anybody-
individual had to do it.
No, you got.
It's a group video.
You just make your clip, submit it to your team captain, help
Oh,
all together.
But
oh,
hold on,
Vinny's
hold
got
on.
that.
You
I'm
wanna-
not
you
even,
wanna-
I'm not even worried about having to edit
In other
this
words,
video,
we're
it's
gonna
not
blame
gonna
it on
happen.
Vinny just in case.
Listen. You want to explain what the damn thing is? You went right into talking shit instead of just explaining
Can't
what
help
the team
it.
challenge is.
Can't help it.
Damn Philadelphia.
Didn't you start it, Vinny? I thought you started it.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
Hello. Good.
I'm
do you
sorry.
wanna- what do
I'm
you
Black
wanna-
Vinny. I just had to make sure.
What do you want to talk about? The rules?
Just explain what it is, woman. This is your app. This ain't my app.
Oh, you want me to
I'm-
explain the
I'm-
app? I thought
I'm
you
just
already knew.
listen. We are just coming into your playground and taking over. That's all we're doing.
Oh, I
That's
didn't.
all
know-
we're
It's still your
doing.
playground. It's
I-
still your playground.
I didn't understand that you wanted an explanation of the app.
United. Right.
And you, wait a minute now. And you still think y'all are going to whoop us? You can't even explain your own app, and we already run the
I didn't
yard.
know you wanted an explanation.
We already run the yard, man.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Listen,
Wait.
Vinny, who's in our team? Who's in our team?
Yeah. Who's on your damn team?
So, drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. I got Jeff, Uber GPZ.
Uber GAZ.
Better write this down.
I got Kiera, the
Yes.
Uber Eats Queen.
Yes.
Okay.
Follow Keys tracks.
I've got Eddie. Eddie
Yes.
in Austin, Texas.
Uh-huh.
Driving in style. Let's hustle.
I got my man Buddha.
Buddha. He cracked.
Straight out of LA.
Uh-huh.
Also known as Buddha from O Block.
And then you got me.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So
Does Buddha
you
have
have
a channel?
Vinny
Does
Pivot.
Buddha have a channel? Is he a content creator?
No, he doesn't have a
Buddha
channel.
doesn't have a channel. Buddha
Okay.
doesn't have a channel. So since you're not really explaining, I'm just gonna go ahead and explain it what it is.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead. I didn't know you wanted an explanation.
Yeah. So anyway, if you guys don't know what the Gig Wars official app is, it's an app where they put out little challenges. It's to help keep you motivated, out there driving, and we know how slow it is and how trashy the orders are lately. But it's a challenge to see who can make the most money. That's all it is. So it's a nice, like I said, it's like a little motivator. But Red, my friend Red over here, who I met through Jeff, Red, I don't know, she likes to talk. So I said, one day we should get a team challenge, so you can just have teams. I wasn't thinking, that it was going to be Rideshare Garage stomping on Gig Wars official. I thought it'd be more like Florida against Texas, against LA, that kind of thing. But she made it personal. So since she wanted to make it personal, okay. So now what you can do is you can download the app. You can follow us along in the app. Every time we complete a trip, the money goes in onto the app. You just put in your amount in the ride, and that's it.
Mhm.
At the end of the 3-day weekend, starting Friday at midnight, is it No, it's Thursday, Friday. See, I gave you a chance to talk. You didn't want to talk. So, okay. Thursday, Friday, midnight through Sunday, midnight. Whatever team accumulates the most amount of money, they'll be declared the winner. That's it. Now, the loser is going to have to make a video, right? Praising the winning team. So, and that's pretty much it. That's what it is. It's a rideshare. It's a Gig Wars official challenge to Rideshare Garage. And I mean, y'all know how we get down. We show our numbers every time. Every week we do when we go out. We don't even go out that much. And I mean, I think every one of our drivers is good for 700 for the weekend each. So that's $3,500. I think that's a pretty good, reasonable amount to expect from our guys.
Are you lowballing because you're trying to throw me off my game?
Hey, what?
Are you lowballing because you're trying to throw me off my game?
Listen, so because of the discussion we had earlier, and I went and had a discussion with Jeff, I believe I'm the only one that already has scheduled private rides for the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not going to count that money in there.
No, go ahead, count it.
You don't want me to count that money in there.
You told me what it was.
Yeah, Brendan's not allowed. Brendan don't count.
Well, I don't know, man. Brandon, I don't know. Anyway, we're not going to mention Brandon right now. I'm trying to get a hold of him, see what else is going on. But he's not in the gig this weekend. So I'm with Jeff. We want to keep it legit, So what other rules are there? Listen, if I throw that $400 or $500 in there already, you're already at a disadvantage because we know that's going to be like your 3-day total. So my 3 rides are going to take out your 3-day total. You really want to be at such a disadvantage?
You think that are you going to war with me personally? You think I'm going to make $400 in 3 days?
Ain't nobody scared of you, woman. What the hell's wrong with you?
I'm trying to prepare.
You forget I live in Florida, honey. This ain't Philadelphia.
I got 9 gig apps. 9 gig apps. Okay?
Sparta!
So if one don't work, I'm going right to the other one. If the other one don't work, I got to do that 9 times. Bastards.
So let me, and real quick before Red tries to get in my shit here a little bit, let me welcome Thomas Lyle to the program. And
what's going on, everybody?
Mr. Kyle, y'all know him in the chat as WeZoom. He is the owner of another merchandise company, which has debuted. I found out last night. We still ain't friends today, bro. It's going to be until tomorrow before we're friends. I'm just letting you know. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a pretty good day. It's a pretty good day. Yesterday on Show Me the Money, and obviously today, we're on the Rideshare Garage.
Yeah, but we're still not friends until tomorrow. I'm just saying,
Jesus Christ.
You could have let me know, bro. You could have let me know. Anyway, so we're gonna put up the links for both Gig Wars official, their merchandise shop, and then we'll also put it up for Gig With It. Listen, the reason why we put this up is because you need work clothes. You might as well express what you're doing while you can. And the one thing I did appreciate from the Rideshare Garage, Lord have mercy, Show Me the Money Club last night was, and we're going to do the same thing. Every item purchased from this point forward, they're doing with Gig With It. Everything you purchase from there, $1 goes to a driver memorial fund. Is that the best? You want to talk about that a little bit, Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea behind it was obviously people gonna need clothes, and we want comfortable clothes. And when we're talking about the rideshare in general, it's like I feel like I've always been pretty good about trying to minimize my effort and maximize my income. And the thing I liked about the Show Me the Money Club was I felt like I was learning new stuff. And I was like, what? I need to try to emphasize the brand where we're trying to literally help all the drivers, I guess, work smarter. And basically, if we could help them, educate them, and also if buy whatever they're wearing, and they could send a message to the rider so that they could understand from our perspective and the appreciation that we get when we get tips and whatnot. And that's kind of like how we, it's like, you know what, so let's build a brand where we're teaching and training drivers how to work smarter, knowing your worth, and then also to help them get more tips. Because like at the end of the day, we cannot control like what, you know, the apps do for us or against us. All we can control is what happens when the customer gets in our car. And when they're in the car is basically your world. And if what you're wearing and the message you're sending through your apparel, if that could translate to a better experience for the passengers, or possibly educate the passengers so that they are respectful of your car or you and, you know, your profession. And I think, you know, that's kind of like the, you know, overall like the goal of the brand. And then as we're coming towards the end, we're like, you know what, we have to get back to the community somehow, because at the end of the day, we know like a lot of the people that are in this gig economy is not like, you know, they're not millionaires. You know, they're basically trying to put some bread on the table and just trying to, you know, make rent or pay some bills. And we're like, you know what, like on the news all this time, like all these people having, like, I don't understand, like the Ubers and Lyfts, they're having, you know, all these like gig related violence against, you know, basically the bread and butter of their business. And they do nothing, right? They,
Right.
I mean, I understand like they're not like, you know, they're doing their own like a corporate business. But at the end of the day, like when your own gig workers are hurt in a violent crime doing your business for your customers, or quoting them, our customers, right? They should be able to step in and have some kind of fund to support the family, support the funeral, support whatever the financial needs that family may have, because now they're missing a big part of their income, if not their life. And so we're like, you know what? It's like it may not be much at the beginning, but at the end of the day, this is a start. And if we could start build a brand and get the word out, and we could hopefully contribute a little bit at a time. And it's like we figure it's like if it's like a kind of like a think about it like taxes, right? Nobody likes paying taxes, but at the end of the day, I feel like if you're paying taxes, I mean you're making money. That you made money. And so the way I look at it is like, you know what, if I'm able to give back to the community, the more I could give, that means the more I made. So like it's almost like, you know, like it's a no-brainer. Like it's like you have to try to give back to the community and try to, you know, build a community and help other community. And like I like how, you know, like, you know, Gig Wars, you know, Rideshare and Show Me the Money Club, all these, you have a core group of influencers who are supporting each other's channels. And even though we have, I guess you could say, you know, same competitive, you know, brand per se, like that is, it's not about that, right? Because everybody has their own like core
100%.
followers that follow you because, you know, who you are, Vinny, who you are, Eddie, you know, and who, you know, who the Pink is. Sorry.
Pink.
And I remember her name is
She's gonna be
Pink, right?
pink on
Red,
Monday. Trust me.
red,
She'll be
right?
nice and pink on Monday.
You know why? I remember I thought her name was a Pink because very first episode I saw her, she had a pink hair.
Yeah,
Right?
I had pink hair.
Yeah,
Have you
so
ever-
I think
have
that's
you-
why it stuck to me, right? But
Have
anyway,
you
like I
ever-
said, the point is, you know, obviously, you know, I want to get the word out, and I appreciate you, Vinny, giving me a platform to, you know, at least, you know,
Bro,
show
we
our brand
support.
and our website.
We support all the way. By the way, hold on real quick. Unbroken Driver. Yeah, he just donated. Jesus Christ.
This is Sparta!
And Ron, the rideshare culture. I don't know where he's at.
This is Sparta!
Did you get Craig?
Now you see. Now, not.
Did you get Chris?
Who? Yeah, a long time ago, bro.
Okay, yeah, just making sure. Just making sure.
You're so involved in that deep voice that you can't hear what you're trying to do. This guy can't hear nothing. Anyway, well, the thing that got me last night, though, when the unfortunate situation with that driver, that Lyft driver that was shot and killed, it just, God damn, man, it's just getting to a point where it's getting to be too much. But when I heard that you guys were going to, hold on, let me get that out of there. When I heard that you guys were going to start a fund, I guess that Sergio or you being the Gig With It company, whatever owner, you're going to disperse, I guess, whatever you guys can raise to those drivers or those families that are affected by the bullshit violence that drivers got to put up with. So listen, bro, we applaud you for that. Okay, that's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Mhm.
Yes, I mean it's very easy to like track, how many units that you sold, and so at the end of the day, that is going to go into a fund. And then whenever we have these cases where it's like heartbreaking, violent crime where people are losing lives, it may be $50, it may be $100,
Right.
but still,
Right.
like every dollar is going to help. And like if everybody contribute $50, like their family is going to be taken care of, right?
Well,
Because
like I
we
said,
take care of each other.
It's
100%.
really bad. I mean, remember when we did the report on the Afghanistan that came here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
Family went out driving,
terrible.
and then gets shot.
Yeah, can you imagine like surviving like two, tours in Iraq and then coming home and dying in your own backyard?
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's just like
It's a real thing, man. And you know what always bothers me about this is you never hear from Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, because DoorDash is on that list too. You never hear from these gig apps after the fact. They never come out onto the app, and they always send the cookie cutter fucking message, right? Oh, your safety is our priority. Well, you know what? You're not IDing people, so we ain't, we know we ain't that safe. And you never hear about, what they're doing for these families. And then conversely, on the other side of it, when you have a driver that defends himself or herself, right? We're told, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, fuck you, bro. Law supersedes your little fucking app, right? And I plan to breathe a little bit longer in life. So, but my point is, those people that defend themselves, you never hear about them anymore either. It's like it just gets swept under the rug for under the corporate veil, so to speak. And so it bothers me. So the fact that you guys are doing that, I think is admirable.
We were talking
Rideshare
about an issue
Garage.
with that. We were talking about one of them, right, Vinny? Like what happened with him? Did he get
What do you
taken
mean?
care of? There was one. There was actually an incident that happened, and he ended up defending somebody, whatever, and then Uber shut the app off, but we never heard about him again.
Never heard about him again. We had that happen down here twice already in our market, where the driver defended himself
Probably
and
got
or the riders,
And the rider, yeah.
and you never hear from him again. But so in that respect, like I started to say, Kyle, we applaud you for what you're doing. The Rideshare Garage is in. Every item from this day forward, $1 off every item will be going into that fund, and we're, just stay on me about it. I mean, I'll know about it, and Kiara has full control over everything, so she knows, she's aware, and we're gonna make that happen for you. Which brings me up.
You can count Gig Wars official into.
There you go.
So there you go.
It's sad like the drivers have to like take care of each other, right? Like I remember if you saw yesterday's stream on Show Me the Money, like talking about the AI, the smart car, and how like people figured out all you do is like, put a cone on the hood and that disables them, right? So now they're gonna come up with some law, right? Like if you do that, it's considered vandalism, whatever.
Did we talk about that
you're
earlier?
gonna
They
protect
talked
these
about
cars,
that this morning.
but you're not gonna protect humans. That's
we
in this
talked about
business, right? It's like completely ludicrous.
Yeah, they'll pass legislation to protect the driverless car because of the payoffs they're getting from the people from Google and Cruise, Waymo, and yada yada yada. But us, we're just piss ants. Don't worry about us. It's all right. You cut one off, two more will grow. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, damn it, God damn it, there was something else I was going. Oh, that's what. All right, so I don't know if you guys remember. What was it about? It's been about a month now, right, Eddie? When we did the tip the unknown driver. And we were live with that.
Right? I think so.
Well, next week we're doing it again. But this time I'm not going to Tesla. I'm not going to Tesla to pick up. I'm not going to Uber to pick up a Tesla.
So who's riding?
Well, that's kind of be up to me between Eddie and Jeff. I want one of them to go out there, plot the ride, shoot it live stream. Let's do our thing and let's shock the hell out of that driver. I got $40 already collected from the last time, right? So we got $40. It's going to go out to, I don't know where y'all are at. It's going to be Texas or Arizona, but one of y'all is going to get an unsuspecting tip. So I just wanted to put that out there, and we'll do that live in the mornings with Eddie and Vinny. So if you guys don't tune in, you guys can tune in for that.
I took-
Cray Cray's at it
I
again
took
here.
this Monday off to do some work.
Oh,
So.
Hold on.
thank you, Cray Cray.
My guilty, but then,
Now, Cray Cray, I'm just going to let you know. Okay. While we appreciate and love you and all that you do, I still ain't gonna have no mercy on you. Team RSG is coming through, bro. Y'all can't.
Wait, so Vinny,
And
so
Bobby
who's the
Love.
wait? So Vinny, who's the teams? The 5-5.
We already, bro. See, if you would have got here
Oh,
instead
did I miss? That's the first 15 minutes.
of eating that chalupa
Yeah.
you showed me in the text message, you would have known already. No, it's gonna be
Man's got to
Team Mike-
eat.
Team
Man's got to eat.
Rideshare Garage. Team Rideshare Garage. Okay, is gonna be Jeff, Kiera, Eddie, Buddha from the Discord,
Oh yeah.
and myself. That's
Yeah,
what we got on
Buddha.
our
You got to push
Red,
Buddha.
who's on your squad, Red?
My squad, it's me, Cody C, Cray Cray Nay, Ron B, and the Rational Driver.
Irrational
Right.
driver.
Sounds like somebody's coming through.
Right.
Now, here's the other part to it too, and we really do want people to tune in. You'll be able to go to any of our channels, and watch us while we're driving live. Even if we're not on, it'll be streaming on our channels the whole time, so you can see who's doing what, and just come be part of the party. Just come
Yeah,
have
for
some fun
sure.
with it. Just ask. There might be some surprises in there. You never know.
And
Yeah.
is it just for bragging rights or is something on the line here?
No. You'll be able to go right to my channel. The channel will
No,
be
I'm
live.
saying
all
the
week.
winner as far as the bragging rights. Is this for
See, here we
bragging
go.
rights? Or?
Yeah,
You see,
they
now-
have to roll over on a horse if they lose.
I got timed out.
The team captain has to roll
wait,
on
wait.
horse dung.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
I do
doing
have
that
an
shit, no.
instructional video though. I do have an instructional video if you guys.
Ain't nobody gonna be throwing horse maneuver across their head like they do in Texas. I'll take my Florida women all day long over those Texas nasty ass Texas women that like to play in police horse dung. You got to be kidding me, bro. Really? What the hell are they teaching y'all down in Texas, bro? That public school system needs work. Y'all need work.
Wait, I did mark the war as an official war, so that will mean that.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Everybody is in one.
I'll tell you.
Well, come on, woman, chop chop. If you drive as slow as you talk, you might make $100 for the
Well,
weekend.
Cody says you're going down. Just saying, though, Team Gig.
I've been known to go down before, brother. Don't worry about that. That ain't none of your business.
The highest earner on the winning team will get an exclusive merchandise from Gig Wars Official. It's a winner circle shirt. They will also get 1 month free premium version of the Gig Wars.
Oh, okay. All right.
And if you want, you can have and if you want, then you can have one of Gary's apps, Maximo, the DA app. So if you guys win, you won't.
You're really trying to motivate your people over there, huh? We just want to talk shit when we're done.
I'm getting really distracted by
What
Steven.
if the highest earner is on the losing team?
Cat.
What
I
happened?
know.
What if the highest earner is on the losing team?
Doesn't matter, right? If
No,
the
I
highest
said,
earner,
no, I said the highest earner on the winning team.
Oh, okay.
The highest earner on the winning team.
that's kind of like we know the MVP was on the losing team in the NBA finals, but they got to give it to somebody on the winning team anyway.
Right.
You know what? I think the top earners should get the top earner. We'll figure that.
Okay, the top earner, hold on. Why
Top
can't
earner from both groups, from both teams should be the MVP.
Like, it should be the consolation prize.
Yeah, all right.
Even though my
All
squad
right, well,
can
listen.
keep up.
Listen, so as of at this moment, all right, as promised, Eddie went out and got a special guest star for us tonight. He shocked me when he said he was going to bring him on. I really like this guy's videos. And listen, bro, he's a hustler, dude. He's a hustler. And whatever you do, do not get in front of his shopping cart. So to the stage, I want to bring in himself, Mr. Richie Hustles.
Yeah.
Right with us.
What's up?
Richie Hustles.
You guys can hear me, right?
Sparta!
Yes,
Yeah, we
sir.
can hear you
Yes.
just fine. Boy, do we have some questions.
I figured I'd
Boy,
put the background as the reselling $30 million Florida mansion in background. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Richie, bro, I am so glad, man. When Eddie told me you was coming on tonight, bro, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something I've never done. I'm gonna let Eddie run this interview.
Wow.
Eddie's gonna. I'm
You know what's
lying.
crazy? What's crazy
I've
is
let
Eddie
Steven
Eddie
run
had
it.
video called me, and I had missed it. And like he was on like vanish mode. He was trying to send me a message, and I was like, I sent him a message back. I'm like, hey, I was like, were you just trying to send me something? Because I was trying to read it, and it like disappeared. I think you have vanish mode on. And then he was trying to figure it out, and I just video called him. We talked for like almost an hour yesterday.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
be
But here's
thankful.
the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. I was like, what the fuck is a vanish mode? It's like, it's when you swipe up. I was like, well, swipe up on what?
Vanish
You know,
mode, aka scumbag mode.
Yeah. So,
Well-
yeah. So, an IG thing that I didn't
AKA
even know
the
it
Facebook
freaking
special.
existed.
Like
Uh,
Richie and I
just
drinking the
like-
same stuff.
Richie, hold
No.
on. Richie, we were watching a video of some little almost scuffle that you had here at the store. Vinny, do we still have that video there?
Yeah,
And
I got the video there. Do I have your permission to use the video? Mr.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
All right,
okay.
I got to bring this
And
up.
can you
because-
please explain us what the hell was going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Especially on
Let's see
the
what
nose
let's see what you
thing.
pull up. Oh, Jesus.
Can you make it full
the one,
size?
Oh, is this the nose picker?
Yes.
Oh, this is the nose picker.
hold on. I'm going to bring up some audio.
These Walmart ass clowns, bro. Walmart warriors at their finest, bro. Come on, man. They don't know who they're messing with, honestly. We're gonna go back inside. We're going
All right.
Walmart
Let me. I gotta explain because
deals.
so
Go for it.
when you are in multiple Walmarts every day, and let's be real, Walmart does not have the utmost customer service. They just don't. Like 1 out of maybe 2,500 stores, you'll find some good employees, at least in my experience. And I've been to every Walmart in Florida. This particular Walmart, I'm a very high proponent on rights, consumer rights specifically. And I will not show my receipt exiting Walmart if I paid for my items. I just don't do it. I don't have to do it. There's no need to do it. It's not a policy. It's not a rule. It's not a law. It's just one of those things where I feel like is overreached to the consumer to be like, hey, let me check your like this. It's not Sam's Club. It's not a membership only. This is an open to the public business. This is not a private membership only club where, like, when you go to Sam's or Costco, you sign up for the membership and then you're required to show your receipt. It's part of the gig. That's what you sign up for. But in a public place, when you purchase something, unless you're being accused of stealing or you're suspected of stealing, as long as you paid for it, there's no need to show a receipt. So this particular person, it was the first time it's ever happened. She grabbed my cart and she wasn't letting me go. And I was like, I'm telling you, and just like, what are you doing? Let me go. I don't know what you're doing. You got no receipt. She starts picking her nose and all this other shit. And I'm like, yo,
we were late starting the show because Eddie and I were cracking up over the video and we forgot about the damn show. It was just, we were dying laughing over here.
like, yo, it's like one of those things where it's like, and there's a bunch of other videos where receipt checkers, like, I think people need to understand, people think that it's a Walmart policy. As human beings, a lot of times there's two things that can happen, right? On the other side of the receipt per se. There's the person that says, hey, what's the big deal? Just show your receipt, right? Then there's the other person that says, I don't need to show my receipt. Why are you accusing me of stealing? Why do I need to show my receipt? Then there's the other person that doesn't think, it's like, if you have a bunch of friends over your house, are you going to check their bags before they leave?
No, of course not.
You're not going to check their bags, right?
Of course not.
Of course not.
It's just it's just one of those consumer, like, we have rights. It's, to me, it just seems like an overreach of power. Like, hey, not only am I going to have you do Walmart employee jobs, right? I'm going to have you check yourself out because we're not going to put any cashiers on, right? We're going to cry about billions of dollars in theft, but leave one cashier on a 26 lane store and we're gonna have everybody check themselves out. But then you know what?
Right.
After you check yourself out, we're gonna check your receipt to make sure you did our job correctly. It's just stupid, man. And I don't play into that shit. I just don't do it. It's who I am. It is what it is, and it is,
Dude,
whatever.
Well, let me Richie.
You got the chick
hold on.
so nervous. You got the chick so nervous that she started doing this crap, and you freaking zoomed in on it.
She had me nervous. She had the card. She was not letting go.
I'm gonna show the clip here in a second, but before we get into the clip here, I want Richie meet Omar. Omar meet Richie. You guys kind of think alike. That's all I'm gonna say. Omar's down there being quiet right now. He's
What's
like,
up, Omar?
Trust me. Look at him. I don't know what the hell he's being so quiet about. But all right, I'm gonna play this clip, Rich, and then I want to kind of get into your story a little bit, and then I'm gonna let Eddie take over. Actually, Eddie should be taking over anyway. I should be in timeout. All right, here we go.
You have the videos.
$56 of clearance goods. That's it. No TVs, no high-end electronics.
How much you make on that? How much you make on that 56?
Hold on.
I don't even know
the video
what it
first,
is.
Eddie.
So ready? Real quick, I'm going to tell you when to pause it. Ready? Listen. Keep going. I'm going to tell you when to pause it. Listen, ready?
Uh-oh, wait a minute. What the hell did I just do? God damn it. Eddie's got me all jacked up here. Hold on. Come here, cursor. Get back over there.
This is what set me off in the first place.
How many items you pick?
So stop right there. Stop right there. So not only am I doing the checkout job, right? But I'm being questioned by the person after she's standing there watching me. Yo, she has the Palm Pilot. That Palm Pilot on her tells her every single item that I just bought. And she's telling me, sir, how many items did you pay for? So that already pissed me off, and I already walked by her because it just already pissed me off. I was already in a mood from that point on.
When we seen that, I'm like, wait a minute, Eddie, isn't she standing there watching them? Like, what are we talking about?
She has the items on her machine.
The Palm Pilot was for that. I thought she was like right there, like looking. I was like, okay, 5
No,
items.
it tells you every register, every self checkout, what people are checking out.
Oh my god, hysterical! Y'all hear that heartbeat, right?
For dramatic offense.
Have a good day.
Ma'am, I suggest you let go, ma'am. Ma'am.
Yo, she gets in front of me. I'm trying so hard to contain myself.
Am I stealing?
You stupid.
Am I stealing? Am I stealing? Where's your manager? Where's your manager?
Yo, I can't.
No.
Booger bear.
Gold?
Oh my! This was the Delray on military. That's what this was.
Wondering what I was trying to figure out where this Walmart
Richie,
was.
you have your phone like on her face or what?
Yo, because she was going in for gold. In my head, I'm like, this is content magic. This is gold right here. Content? She's picking her nose in front of me. This is content, bro. So now it's starting to become.
Look, she's getting real deep. Look at her mouth.
Right now, as soon as she did this, we went from we just want to get out in peace to oh shit, this is gonna be good. It's just part of creating content.
Wow, really scraping the walls.
I promise you, you don't want a lawsuit. I promise you don't want a lawsuit. I promise you.
Bitcoin mining.
You're already detaining me, and if it becomes unreasonable, it's kidnapping.
And that part there, I don't think people realize, bro. They just detain you for whatever reason. You can't do that shit.
Okay, just so y'all know. Excuse me,
She would let me go.
ma'am. Ma'am,
So I didn't know what to do.
ma'am.
So I just screamed.
Right now.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Hey, get a manager because the next call is going to be to my fucking lawyer. Get a manager right now, and get head of security.
All right, so Rich, I got to ask you a question here on this, and I mean with all my heart. How did you restrain yourself when you got these people and you just didn't push through them? Like, I truly want to know, because I don't know how I would have reacted in that situation.
So remember, I got the camera out, so everything is getting on film right now, right? Mm-hmm. Not only that, but if I push through her and there's a ton of people around, number one, I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want anybody. What if she trips and falls, becomes an assault? I don't want to. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to go that route. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, I didn't know what to do, so I was just like, "Give me a fucking minute," because like I thought about it. I thought about literally going through it like a linebacker, but in the back of my head, I said, if you do that and she trips and falls, or even if you just touch her intentionally with the intent, it could become some kind of assault. And we get the camera out and all this other stuff. So, I said, let me just stand here, scream like an idiot, and then maybe they'll just back away after I'm done screaming. Because I just wanted to leave, but I didn't want an assault charge. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, 2 wrongs don't make a right. And then there's closing here.
And then they let me go.
These Walmart ass clowns. Bro.
And then I walked back in because I was like, she's not getting away with this. I need to go talk to a manager. I walked back in.
Yeah, we watched that, and so
she was still picking her nose.
Yeah, well, hey. Here was the question: was she brand new?
I think when I was talking to the guy there who was filling in at the time, I think he did say that she was new. I think so. So but if she was new, then she should be fresh off the policies. But Walmart, the management there, man, it really comes down to the managers. They don't show them or teach them. They just put whoever they want, Billy, Bobby, Johnny, whoever's at the front door, 85-year-old Henry, checking receipts. And it's like I think people are so used to giving up their rights that they're just like, yeah, go ahead. It's not a big deal, but they're not. I don't think they're looking at the bigger picture, And I don't want to get into
Yeah. No, that's in the morning, bro. That's in the morning show. We're the Rideshare guys at night. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say Rideshare guys. We're the Rideshare Garage at night. Oh my god! I'm gonna get a text message in about 10 minutes. I already know I'm getting a text message in like 10 minutes. I already know it's coming. So Eddie, are you going to inquire to Mr. Ritchie and how what he does? All right, how he got into what he got into?
Ritchie here, he does a nice little pivot here where he actually goes to the store, he finds a whole bunch of discounts, and then he takes the products, and then he goes and he sells them. All right, and he profits out of it. I want to know how the hell you do that. I want to know.
Yeah, so before I start, I have to tell you why I even got into that in the first place. I was in banking for 12 years. And managing banking centers in Boston. I'm originally from Boston. Just moved to Florida 2 years ago.
No, and, really?
Yeah.
Right.
I sound like a Southern boy, right? Do I sound like a Southern boy?
Oh, you're a wicked pisser of a Southern boy.
Listen, nobody in Boston says wicked pisser. We might say wicked. Nobody says the pisser part. I don't even know where that came from.
Everybody, I don't know. I heard it in a movie somewhere. I don't know, Goodwill Hunting or whatever.
He's not really. He's from Boston, but he's whatever. Whatever. Anyways, so I was in banking and I loved my job for the first 10 years out of the 12. The last 12, I had a real shit manager, and when you have a shit manager, you start thinking. Where can I go? Can I transfer? How do I get out of here? What can I do? And my commute was 2 hours to work, 2 hours back. So I had a lot of time in my hands. So I started looking up like side hustles and stuff. And a couple resellers came up and say they were selling like used books and they were flipping stuff from clearance sections. And I'm like, let me take a look at this. So one person was saying they were making thousands of dollars per week flipping used books. And I was like, used books? Who's reading used books? And, at the time was 2018, digital, everything's digital still. And I'm like, people are still reading like books. So on my lunch break, I'd go to the library next door. $8. I got my first order and I flipped $8 into 50 something dollars. And then I took that 50 something dollars, bought more used books next door. They were like $1.50, depending if it was hardcover or softcover. And turned that 50 something into like 130 something because they had some textbooks for colleges. And that's where like a lot of the big money is coming in from. Like you can use college textbooks can go from 60 to a few $100, So I started doing that. And then once I started doing that, once I reached $1,000, I took half of it and started going into Walmart and buying like $1 or $2 things. And like, I didn't know much about it. I just knew that people were telling me, open up an Amazon seller account, and you have two options when you open that account. You can either open a pro account or a free account. I can get into the difference, whenever, but
you went free.
Opened up the account and I started dabbling into the clearance. And then once it was going 1,000 a week to 1,000 a day. and there was like I was getting these deposits of 1,000, 1,200, right? But not all of it's profit, right? Because you have to reinvest in your business.
yeah.
So it's like, but when you're getting that kind of money, it gets really tempting to not, dive in a little bit and treat yourself sometimes.
Yeah, of course.
But
that's what we work for.
But yeah, and then I just started doing that. And, after about 6 months to 8 months of doing it, I was like, you know what? Why don't I start documenting myself doing it? Why not double down and hopefully I'll get monetized on YouTube? Because I saw all these other YouTubers that having like thousands of views and subscribers and stuff like that. And I'm like, why don't I do that? And then, everything just kind of snowballed. And then one YouTube account turned into creating 4 YouTube accounts, all different uses in different ways. And selling on Amazon came, having 2 Amazon accounts and then going into Macari. Like tonight, I had to go up to Fort Pierce and do a special delivery for a John Deere ride-on, like a dual force ride-on car. It's like normally $400 in Walmart. I had it advertised for $275. Guy was like, "Hey, you bring it now." Fort Pierce is about an hour 20 minutes from me.
Yep, about an hour 20, right?
And he offered me. He was like, "I'll give you $380. You bring it to my door. I can't leave because I got my infant and my kid. I'll give you $380 to come up here and drop it off." Now I'm like, shit, that's gonna be a 3-hour round trip. And I'm trying to think in my head. I'm like, well, that's like $100-something. I was like, extra than what I wanted. I was like, all right. So I brought it up there. And honestly, it wasn't that much. I went to Rocket Fuel. I paid $3.27. I never seen gas so cheap.
Okay.
So then I started like flipping this stuff, and then I started going into all these different stores. It started with Walmart, then it went to Target and TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and as I started selling, when you first start selling on Amazon, you cannot sell everything. And this is where people get frustrated because they'll sign up for an account, then they realize, hey, I can't sell Nike, I can't sell Adidas, can't sell Hasbro, can't sell Barbie, can't sell Mattel. You know what I mean? Like all the little tykes, you can't sell it. Batman, DC, Marvel, I'm gated, I can't sell it. How do I do this? So it's like a process. You have to get permission. You have to get invoices from either distributors, or there are other ways to do it. There's secrets to do it, so you get ungated in these categories, so you can sell. But a lot of people, when they first start, they give up because they're like, I can't sell shit. I can sell this, these Q-tips that are no brand. I can't even sell them Johnson & Johnson, but I can sell no brand Q-tip, and it's like 50 cents. Like I don't know where to start. So there's little tricks. There's so much to talk about. But I know I kind of went off of what you were asking. I tend to do that when I talk. So reel me back in.
Listen, the floor is yours, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, it's very interesting, but I mean, let's say other people are trying to get into it and trying to do exactly the same thing. What are the things that they should avoid in the beginning? And you just mentioned a couple there, selling like brand names that are really out there that Amazon would. I didn't even know that. So you guys stay away from brand name products.
Well, not necessarily stay away. It's just that Amazon likes the bigger names to be sold by trusted sellers. So you essentially have to kind of like almost prove yourself. Now, nobody has proof that this is the actual way, but I can tell you that I've sold thousands and thousands and thousands upon used books, sometimes 1,000 to 2,000 a week. And that sales velocity, I think, helped me get ungated in other brands because they were like, hey, he's selling, 10,000 a week, 15,000 a week. He's got 20,000 a week in sales. And you can either get ungated automatically. There's 2 options when you go to get unrestricted. We call it ungated. One way is automatic, which is like you go in, you request it, and it's going to tell you that, yeah, congratulations, you've been approved to sell this brand, which you can go ahead and, back out of it and then list that item. Or the second option is it's going to tell you that you need a letter from the brand or from a distributor. You need to order a minimum 10 items and all that stuff. So like a distributor doesn't have to be this like secret wholesale person that's so hard to find and has a warehouse in Miami tucked away around 82nd Street. Like it could be, like there's a couple of nuggets. Some people get ungated in Marvel and DC using EE distribution, which is it's like a toy distribution, pretty commercialized toy distribution where anybody can order from them, but they give you invoices that Amazon accepts. So, you could order 10 Batmans and then submit that invoice on the listing where you were restricted. And then after about 24 to 48 hours, you'll get an email saying you're either approved or denied. Now everything's done by AI. So like things are done automatically. So when you submit that invoice, a human's not looking at it. So, even computers make mistakes. So you have to resubmit it again. and
Right.
hopefully get approved. Like when I got approved for Starbucks to sell the Starbucks tumblers and coffee and stuff like that, I had to submit my invoice 8 times. The same invoice, same listing, same invoice, 8 times. And on the 8th time, they were like, "Congratulations, you're now approved to sell Starbucks." And I was like, "Holy shit!" Just took a long time.
How long did it take for each time to every time you give them the receipt?
Usually 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
Usually by the next day.
So let me ask you a question real quick, Eddie. Richie, are you familiar with Gary V. Vaynerchuk?
I am.
And that's how he got started with a lot of stuff. He still does it every Sunday.
Still does. Yeah. Yeah.
He does the garage sale.
Yard sales.
Does garage. Okay. I was just curious. By the way, Richie, I did meet Gary.
Did you?
I got 5 minutes with Gary.
Nice.
Outside of the retail, it was the retail real estate con at Joe Robbie Stadium. I still call it Joe Robbie Stadium. That's where I grew up. I grew up watching him build that damn thing. Okay. That's Joe Robbie Stadium. And I was there. I had a client, and so she was a keynote. So this is how I say I got my 5 minutes. He had to talk to her. So the windows were down. I was like, "Gary, been a fan since 2016, buddy." That was my 5 minutes. Oh, nice. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah. Anyway, bye. Okay, driver, you can go now.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Eddie. Awesome. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eddie.
So how do you pick in the beginning your products to sell, besides them being on sale?
So in the beginning, it's really about getting into the store and scanning. I started with scanning things I was familiar with. So like brand names that I'm familiar with, or items that I'm familiar with, or if things look weird, I would just scan those. And when you download the Amazon seller app, it comes with a barcode scanner. So you can either scan the barcode, or you can actually, if the barcode doesn't register, you could scan a picture. Like it'll read whatever you're scanning, and a lot of times that will come up too. That works really good with books. 3D pictures sometimes, when you're taking a picture of a plush, sometimes you have to turn it around so you get the 2D flat picture. It works better like that. But you have to get in the stores. And I remember being in one Walmart for 4.5 hours, just going through aisles of products and like checking in my history, like what I'm scanning, what I can sell, what I can't sell. And literally, I had a little notebook. I wish I still had it now. I don't have it now, but I would write down the ASIN numbers of what I could sell. And then I would check other similar products that brand made. Cause I'm like, well, if I could sell this brand, maybe I could sell other products that they sell that will be profitable. So then, you get into searching and all this other shit. But
Richie, I think the app, when you scan it on the Amazon app, it actually tells you what that product is selling for on Amazon.
Correct.
So you have an idea of how much margin you have.
Yep.
Right?
So it'll say, for instance, if you scan something, it'll say it's selling for $20 on Amazon. It'll say that it's taken out $8 in fees, depending if you do FBA or if you're doing merchant fulfilled. So we'll just assume we're doing FBA. So they're taking $8. So you're left with $12. So you have to make sure, number one, you buy your products under $12, well under $12, because there could be optional, where I am right now, I don't have time to prep my items. Anybody first starting out, I highly suggest getting a label printer and doing all the prepping yourself, because you're going to save yourself so much money. It's going to take you a lot more time, hours more time per day, per whatever, but it's going to be worth it when you save that money until you can get to a point. I don't have, with everything that I do, I literally don't have time to sit and label my thing. So unfortunately, I have to bite the bullet and pay Amazon to do it, because I can't sit for 2 hours and label, 150, 200, 300 products.
So you mail everything. You mail everything to Amazon.
Yeah. So there's 2 ways you can sell on Amazon. You can sell FBA, which stands for Fulfilled by Amazon, which is basically, I went to Target, I went to Walmart, I went to Walmart grocery, I went to TJ Maxx, bought a shit ton of products, and now I'm going to sell all those products, clothes, grocery items, toys, hand tools, whatever, and I'm going to send all that to Amazon, which then Amazon is going to store it in one of their fulfillment centers. So when me, you, or anybody else goes to buy it, they have their robots that go and they pick them and and all that shit.
Right.
So there are higher fees with that convenience, right? Because Amazon's dealing with picking, packing, customer service, returns, storage, all that stuff. So the fees are a lot higher. But you could also sell on Amazon similar to like almost like an eBay style. And I hate to say that because there's a huge difference. But it's like one of those things where I have a Pokemon card booster box collectible, and like I wouldn't send that into FBA because it has a chance of getting destroyed, and I don't want to get scammed because Amazon will return anything, even if somebody orders it, opens up every pack, returns an empty box. I'll be screwed hundreds of dollars. But when I do merchant fulfilled, I'm in a little bit more control of my merchandise and a little bit more in control of my return policy. So in that example, you'd have less fees because now there's no, that same $20 product that had $8 fees now might only have $2.50 fees. But you're going to pay for the shipping to ship it to the customer. And when you buy it through Amazon, a lot of the times it's pretty inexpensive. Like they have a super special deal with UPS where if you're sending something under £1, right? It's usually first class mail. It's one of the cheapest ways to send via the post office, unless you do like media mail, right? But for regular items, first class is usually the cheapest. I mean, Amazon undercuts first class mail with UPS by like almost $1. And that's a huge deal. Like, if something, would have cost you $5.50, now it's going to cost you under $4.50, and you're sending it UPS, which I find is more reliable than the postal service that we have.
Yeah, I had a similar business where I was actually manufacturing a 3D printed moon lamps from China, and I had found a manufacturer. I had them, design a box and everything, then shipped it over, and then I did FBA through the Amazon. And after the first year, I sold about like 60,000, but then I realized like half of it was going to Amazon with the FBA fee. And then also because mine's different than what you were doing, because I had to like try to get up to the front of the list, like a Google search, right? So you have to constantly do the ads.
So you could do. I never take out ads for my products, and that's because now I'm not using replenishables. Right, they're just other items, but I do have to capture the buy box. So to capture the buy box, for those of you that don't know, the buy box is usually the best price or the best convenience, because a lot of times you don't have to be the lowest price to capture the buy box. So when you go on Amazon, you look at a product and that price that's currently on that page that you can either add to cart or buy now, that's the buy box. That person who's selling it at that time is the buy box.
And then below that, you'll say like other sellers,
Exactly. But a lot of people think you have to be the lowest price to get that buy box, and you really have to provide the most value, because I've sold things $5, $6, and $7 higher than the lower price and captured the buy box simply because I was in a geographically better proximity to the customer.
Yep.
And they
that's how I shop.
Yeah, and they didn't
I
check
always
other
look
sellers,
at
apparently.
Yeah, I look at the other sellers. I look at whoever's closest. That's the same way I do it with eBay. The price isn't as important to me as how long is it's going to take to get to my location. When am I going to start being able to work with whatever the product is?
And I will tell you this, with FBA, it's a lot easier living in South Florida to do FBA because I'll ship it to North Carolina. I'll have better proximity to sell my products. When I try to do merchant fulfilled and I'm competing against a lot of sellers and I'm in South Florida, it's really hard. I had a buddy of mine who lives in Alabama. He gets 1 day quicker delivery no matter what setting I put, because it takes a day just to get out of Florida.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It takes a day just to go up to Jacksonville.
Well, and think about like things that you got to ship to California, right?
Get crushed on those, man. I hate sending to California, Oregon,
I'm finding
Washington
that out right
State.
now, like figuring out like shipping rates and like shipping rate from California to California and to Florida where Vinny is. It's like I'm like I got to like charge him a surcharge.
I did. You know that I
Hold on,
did.
wait
I
a
did
minute.
true
Wait,
religion.
whoa. Time out. How the hell did I get blamed for this? I ain't even talking. I'm just sitting here.
I was just talking about anyone in Florida.
Oh shit.
By the way, I think this was the best one. Richie, you would have loved this one. Big Bro does my Big Bro does real estate, and he came across somebody that bought a warehouse. But on the warehouse, it looks like it got taken over by the bank. But the person that bought the warehouse said, "Listen, I'm just in it for the warehouse, but I got all these products. All these boxes of products. Just give me $20 for boxes, right?" He's like, he's like, "Hey, I got these boxes of True Religion jeans. I was like, they're like True Religion jeans. He's like, I don't know. They said they're really expensive. I was like, how much expensive could they be? Dude, I looked up True Religion jeans. True Religion jeans go for hundreds of dollars.
Oh yeah.
Hundreds. And I
But you
had
can get
these-
them in TJ Maxx. You can get them in TJ Maxx for like $80.
Correct. But this was like
Years ago.
8 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like when they were at the peak. Because I used to wear, that's all I wore before
Yeah.
rideshare.
Same.
So I realized quickly, like those are not comfortable for driving.
Dude, they were like Billy had no. I don't know. They had like little tags of weed and stuff. But dude, they were like skinny jeans, and I was skinny back then. I was 130 pounds, and I couldn't fit in them, right?
5'2",
And I was like, okay, you know what?
130
Let's give it a
pounds.
try.
Lord
Let's
have
see if I sell them, right? I put them on eBay. I had to take pictures of the tags, of the stitches. Okay, I had to turn the jeans inside out. Okay, and then there was a tag behind the other tag, and so because people wanted to find out, because I found out the True Religion jeans are handmade. They're not made by machines. Somebody actually makes them. All right. Selling them on eBay. Dude, I got an order from China. Was it China? It was Japan. It was Japan. True Religion jeans. Dude, I sold them for like $180. I lost money on it, but I didn't care because I was buying. It was a box of 12, a dozen, $20.
Oh, yeah.
A dozen, $20.
How the hell you lose money on them on the shipping?
I sell. No, it was on the. I was selling.
Only
the
you would
jeans.
lose, Eddie. Only you would buy a dozen pair of jeans.
No, because
for
it was
$20
For $20.
for $180 and lose money.
They bid for the jeans $180, but shipping it to Japan cost
Wait,
about
wait.
that much.
Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, hold on.
Why
Richie.
didn't you charge the shipping?
Wait. I want to just understand something here. I'm sorry. I know I'm being an asshole by cutting it off. Eddie, you looked up the price of the jeans. They were
Correct.
a couple $100 a pair. You paid $20 for 12 pair, and you sold all 12 for $180 to China.
No, they didn't sell. They
What
didn't sell
the
all.
What are we talking about?
It was
man.
one pair of jeans, and
Oh my
the guy
God!
was
Remind me
from
never give
Japan.
him the.
And
You
I'm
will
like,
never
hey,
have
I
the
can't.
company
How the hell
credit
do I
card,
send
bro.
these things to Japan? It was a hassle to send over there, and it cost me a lot just to send it over there because it was just it was another country.
Okay.
Anyway,
Richie,
so I made a couple of $1,000s on that. A little bit, almost $1,000 on that box, and we just kept getting box. Now all the jeans didn't sell because not everybody is a freaking small. You gotta be like you gotta weigh like 50 pounds for you to fit in those.
So,
Okay,
Richie, I got a question for you.
Vinny, I
And
have
so
one story.
until on eBay, I got the letter of the cease and desist from True Religion. Yeah,
I throw those out.
and then
I don't
yep,
pay
and
attention
then
to
I had to stop.
I
I
do.
had to stop. They wouldn't let me sell them.
Well,
I
let me
do.
ask you a
receipt
question.
of
You know,
purchase.
when it comes to that, I get cease and desist letters all the time from brands, from brand whatever it is that's representing them. They send me emails, they'll send me hard mail, and I throw it out because if I'm paying Amazon $40 a month to sell on Amazon, I don't give a shit if it's your product. Take it up with Amazon, and then Amazon will take it up with me. Amazon does. They
eBay-
call
eBay
them
blocked
IP complaints.
eBay
So you
blocked
could
them.
get
They won't
you
let
could
me
get
sell
like intellectual property complaints, but that's Amazon saying, "Hey, we received a complaint from a brand that you're not authorized to sell this," and blah blah blah. Even though Amazon will approve you to sell something, they're approving you with the assumption you have explicit consent to sell this brand or whatnot. So if Amazon tells me I can't sell something, so be it. It's their platform. But I don't give a shit. If I'm selling True Religion and True Religion says stop selling, I'm gonna say no. Like take it up with Amazon. But that's me. That's definitely not reselling advice. Because new sellers, if new sellers do that, they could get screwed. But me, I say I've had 8 IP complaints and I still was green. So me, I seal it.
That was one of my first experiences, and I was like, I can't believe these damn jeans are selling for this much.
Well,
and this was
I have
this was back when I was living in PR. So
all right, so I got a question for Richie. Richie, because we're always talking about on the channel. You've been through our channel a few times, and again, we're really glad to have you here tonight. You'll be listed now as an official Garage team member. Just letting you know, you're going to get tagged in some videos. So suck it up, sugar coat. That's the way it is. All right. I'm assuming. Correct me if I'm wrong. During the pause, you understand what I mean by the pause?
I do. Yes, sir.
Okay. through the pause, business was good.
Business
And
was great.
And now that we're kind of on the backside of that, how is it now? And the third part to this question is, would you recommend anybody giving it a go now, considering the state of the economy, yada yada yada? So
Yeah. So all right. So the first part was during the pause.
pause.
Was it? Yeah. It was great. It's what got me to quit my job. Everybody was at home. Everybody was ordering and consuming, and stimmies were being they handed it out left and right. You get 1,200. You get 1,200. Right. And people were doing one of two things. One, they were tucking it away, or two, they really three things, I guess. Two, they really needed it. And then three, they were splurging. They were doing things, whatever. So, when you got free money going around and you're sitting at home and you're looking for side hustles or you're looking for how to make money, business is great. And one last thing on that first subject is like a lot of people that I know were getting into the whole hand sanitizer thing. I never got into that business because I knew anything that's being blasted on the news for people to go and get, if you go out and get and you raise that price up, you're literally putting a target on your back to be looked at. And I've had a friend,
Toilet paper.
a friend of mine made over $150,000 just on hand sanitizer. Okay, and he was investigated by the Connecticut DA. Like he had to go answer questions and all that stuff. He was like, "Screw this! Like, what the hell?" And so yeah, so the I almost slipped.
You almost slipped, bro.
Pause. The pause was good for me to start reselling because everybody was at home to consume. Fast forward now, it's in my line of business. I turned to retail arbitrage, which is physically going in the stores. There's also online arbitrage, which they have programs where you can sit at home and order things online and scrub sites for deals and have them sent to your house and then send them into Amazon. Things have definitely changed, specifically in retail and online arbitrage. Walking into the stores, the sales are not the way they used to be, and they haven't been for the past year and a half. Walmart, we used to have 80-90% discounts. Now 40%, 50% is maybe their best. You might find a honey hole, but things have definitely changed. And it kind of opened my eyes a little bit because I've always told my audience that Amazon was never the end game. Like I never wanted the big warehouse. I never wanted the 100 employees. I never, it's fun, but I never wanted it to, it's a bridge for me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So with that being said, I got heavy into the content creation space, and then YouTube started paying, really good money. Some of my videos were making me, at one point in time when everybody was home, I was taking in.
You don't have to say it.
I'll say it. I don't care.
You don't want to.
Yeah, I'll say it. Yeah. During the pandemic, I was taking in, $10,000 to $15,000 a month just from YouTube. Wow. So, and they pay you once a month. So obviously that number's come down since then because everybody's back at work, right? Not everybody's looking for side hustles or easy way to make money or whatever it is.
Be entertained.
So I've had to figure out what can I do to pivot. You know what I'm saying? So like I started creating new YouTube channels, and I came across Eddie's channel first, and I was like, yo, this dude got like almost the same energy as me. This guy's crazy, man. I love it. And I was watching his videos because in my head, he was throwing up numbers like, yo, 1,900 a week, 2,100 a week, riding a Tesla. I'm like, bullshit. I'm like, no way, man. I'm like, no way, dude. Right? There's no way, right? And then I'm like, and I thought to myself, because I thought the same thing about the people that was selling books, and I was like, there's no way they're making money until I did it, and I was like, oh shit, that's really happening. And then I started, so I hopped in Uber and Lyft. I have two phones. I've had two phones since 2018 because to raise capital for my business when I first started, I was doing DoorDash and Uber Eats. I never did rideshare back in the day. And so I was like, yo, let me get into some rideshare.
Oh,
yeah.
Time out real quick. You just said something that's so goddamn important, bro. And it's so profound and it's to the point, and that's what we always talk about in our videos and on this podcast. you just said you was doing Uber Eats and DoorDash to raise capital.
Yes.
You were out there
On top of my
hustling
full-time job. Yeah.
on top of your full-time job to raise the money to get your business going. And that's
Yeah.
God, I got goosebumps, bro. I'm not even joking about it.
Pivoting.
Yeah, yo, and I went hard. Like with Uber Eats and DoorDash, I was making 12 to 1,500 a week, just grind. And this was before my job, after my job. Like I would get off the train at 6, 7 o'clock, and I would start driving till 11, midnight, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I was missing birthday parties. Only birthday parties I went to was like my kids and my wife. Every cousins, friends, all that shit. I was like, nope, I got a full day. I can crush full day. I start at 6 a.m. and I would just grind the whole day and night. That's what I did for like a year and a half. But
that's when things were bad. That's why I started doing what I was doing. Things were bad. I was like, I need to do something. I can't just sit around here and just lock myself up.
Yeah, so then I saw Eddie's content and I was like, yo, I'm gonna try to create some content. Let me see if I can create. But I said first I have to try this. Like, I have to actually do the rideshare thing because I never did it. And I saw his videos back in like October, November. I found his channel, and then I started doing like the rideshare part time and stuff because we got 2 kids. My wife, she works, and I can't do it all day every day, but I could before when my kids were in school. But anyways, so now I just do it a little in the morning and some at night. And the weekends, man, when college is in over here in South Florida, FAU's in and snowbirds are here.
FAU
a lot better. But so that's really, it's changed, man. And would I recommend somebody else getting into it now with the state that it's in? Look, Amazon has millions and millions of products. I tell everybody this: I don't have all the answers, right? I don't know the best products. I don't, there's tens of millions hundreds of millions of products that exist on that platform. For what I do, me personally, now with the way the landscape has changed with Amazon, with the hiring of the fees, right? Because everybody's raising fees, right? From every gig. So certain products you used to be able to buy, you can't buy. It's not profitable anymore. Prepping is, to give you perspective, for Amazon to put a label on an item before was 10 cents. Now it's 55 cents.
Oh, what the?
So you went from 10 cents, 55 cents. That's a huge difference, And when you're doing that hundreds of times, it adds up. So, when that goes up, shipping costs are going up. Everything's going up. So I would say that if you wanted to start, I would tread cautiously. I would say start, get into it, get involved. Because maybe I'm not looking in the right place for what I want to do. And the direction that I want to go is I want to go more into like full blown content creation. Like that's like when I saw the power of that money coming in monthly, and I was doing what I loved, and I was recording it and I was documenting it. And then I was like, this is great. Like, I want to do this, but then you have to fight with the algorithms and all this other shit. So it's just, no matter what you do, it's going to be a grind. So, haters. I make videos about my haters. I do. Every time somebody puts some kind of like messed up, like the more messed up the comment is, the more views I get. It's crazy. Yeah. Like I'll screenshot it. I turn it down.
Wait, this is what I say. I was like, it's like, all right, so for my haters out there, I need more. Okay. None of you are really, whining. All right. So I need my haters. Okay. I got my fans. I love my fans. But I need more haters.
He said his haters aren't whining enough. Did y'all hear that?
No.
He says they're not crying enough.
It's all they step their game up.
Listen, the haters are your best marketing team. They really are. It's free promotion.
Well, then I feel terrible now, right? Because I only get one.
I thought I was the only one. I didn't know that this was.
I get because they thumbs down on every video now, and I'm like, I feel bad because I'm like, dude, I'm not delivering what the value I think I should be delivering, and now you're telling me I should suck at it worse and get like 5 or 6 thumbs down. That's what I should be getting.
Because people, you get your haters. Like when you're doing good, your haters come around and you're like, what the hell am I doing wrong? I'm literally trying to show people like there's money out there. You just got to go. You're gonna have to work long hours, but the money is out there.
The problem is the people that don't believe that there's money out there or that you need to be locked in. And look, if you have a good job, great. I had a 6-figure job in a financial institution and I had comfort, right? I had benefits. I had all that stuff, and I left it because there's nothing better than being able to wake up and doing whatever the fuck I want. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like there's just you live once, you live one time, and you know, it is what it is. There's going to be ups and downs. No business is perfect, and as long as you know how to correct it and move forward, right?
By the way,
now you know how to do Amazon FBA. You know how to do the deliveries. Now you rideshare, and you also have your YouTube content. So you have 4 things that you taught yourself.
By the way,
gaming channel too. Gaming channel is almost
the gaming
monetized.
channel.
Steven wants. Steven says he likes your hat, bro. He's coming for your hat.
Oh, we got Bowser. There's a reason I love Bowser. Check this out. Ready? Watch this.
Drum roll. God damn it, Key. I don't have a drum roll. I need a drum roll.
This is my boy right here. Look. This is my boy.
Oh.
My boy right here. With the green screen. This is my boy right here. And I picked Bowser because when I first started doing Amazon, I have a hat. It's somewhere around here. It says, it's right here. It says boss.
There it is.
Boss.
Yeah.
So, Bowser's the final boss. So it's a representation of the boss. So I appreciate you like the hat. I love the hat. I got it in Target.
Was it on clearance?
Nice.
No, it was actually full price.
Then that's why I didn't make it to Amazon.
See?
You can sell it on Amazon.
I'm telling you. I'm fiending. I am fiending to get this damn 3D printer. All right, it's like the things that I want to do with it. Whether I make money with it or not, I don't care because there's a whole bunch of things that I want to print on it.
So I want to touch on something that he just said, and that's simply this. He just explained his timelines since 2018. I don't know if people are catching this. We talk about pivoting, creating, and hustling to get into bigger and better things, right? Everybody knows but think about what this guy just said, He just said 2018, he was 6 figures with the white picket fence and the 401k and doing his thing. And he got up off of that because he wanted to do more and do better and have more time for himself. And he went from, correct me if I'm wrong, Richie, you made 4 pivots out of that bank. If I'm adding up right, first you went to the books, right? And with the Amazon.
Yep.
And from the Amazon, you went into content creation with that.
Yep.
Then you went into the rideshare. You got content creation with that. Now you got a gaming channel that I didn't know, bro. And you're creating content with that. Bro, that's 4 freaking pivots. And let me ask you a question. Are you much happier now than you were when you were living in that bank with the white picket fence and 2.3 kids?
I am. I definitely am. I can't go back. Even when things even when things don't go as planned, right? And you start seeing like doomsday scenarios, it really gets your mind thinking. And one of the things I put on my gaming channel in the intro is Tony Robbins, and he talks about the island. You got to burn your boat, and you can take the island. And he said people that are going to die or succeed tend to succeed. So it's like if you're in that, things that go. Anybody can handle things going great, right? Like everybody can handle success. Well, I guess let me back that up because some people can't handle success, but when you're going up, it's easy to acclimate to success, right? It's easy to be like, hey, I can buy this, I can do that, I can do whatever the hell I want, go on vacation, whatever. But when shit hits the fan and things don't align and you have to make choices of, do I buy this or do I buy that? Like, do I get food? Do I pay rent? Do I take this money and invest it in my products and hopefully it sells? And you know how many times I took our mortgage money years ago and I took it and I said, I know this product's going to sell. I'm going to take this $2,000 and buy it because my mortgage isn't due for another 2 weeks. And I'm going to take this money and I'm going to go buy product. And that if that product didn't go the way I thought it was going to go, then I would be out of payment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, I don't recommend doing that. Anybody doing that if you're not 100% confident, right? Because there are all types of things when you start selling. It's not just like scanning a product and, every product in Amazon comes with what's called a sales rank. And one is the best. And depending on the category and how many products are in that category, 10,000, 10, 12,000 is not good in grocery. It's like, okay, but 12,000 in toys is really good. And that's because maybe there's only 90,000 items in grocery. I'm just making that number up. I'm not sure if that's
Right.
factual, but there's 400 or 700,000 or a million items in toys. So that's why 10,000 is a better rank in that category than the other category. But
Right.
but when you're scanning that and you have those, there's all kind of, you can use selling charts. I use keeper.com, and you look at the sales drops and what they were selling for in the past and how many sellers are on the listing. Like there's a lot of research that, now that I think of it, it's like I do it so natural now, but there's actually a lot of research that goes into it. Like if people are going to sell on Amazon, you have to get keeper.com. It's KEEPA.com. It's an Amazon API that tracks their products and sales and numbers and shit. You need that. 17 pounds a month. And I say pounds because they charge you in British pounds. But you need that. It's a tool that is gonna, it's like an open book test. You know what I mean? If you had two products and you didn't know which one to buy, but then somebody said, "Hey, I'm gonna give you this chart, this software that you can look up these products." It's like an open book test. You know what I mean? Okay, well, this looks good, but again, not every keeper chart. There's a lot that goes into it. You know what I mean? There's a lot that goes into it.
Well, no, I think that's good because I never knew. Okay, so during the pause, I got a friend. He runs the biggest Facebook groups for rideshare in Florida, right? And between him and his son, they were absolutely slaying it during the pause. And he would ask me and a couple of guys, "Hey, go over to Dick's Sporting Goods. You're going to go grab the 300-pound workout set." Right? It was just the bar, the weights, and a couple dumbbell bars.
Mhm.
Right? 300-pound set. I would pay for them. I swear to God, I think it was $149. I can't remember. But I'd go buy 2 or 3 sets, put them in my caddy, right? My caddy's ass dragging like it's a low rider, right? All the way up to Palm Beach, right? Into Delray, right? And I would take it to him, and he was feeding me $300 back. So I was putting out $450. I was coming home with $900.
Yeah.
During the
Yeah.
pause. And he was flipping them on freaking Amazon for like $900. Not only was he doing that, bro, he was in the storage units where you drive in, you drive in storage units, your flat ones. I know you got to know the one that's up there off Atlantic, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go in there, he doesn't have one unit. He's got 3 units filled with all these weight sets. And he's crushing it. He's like, "Vinny, look. And I'm looking at this shit and like, the fuck did what? Again, I had to ask myself, like I did yesterday in the video, what the fuck was I doing in high school? Too many skirts, not enough
They
mathematics.
don't teach you stuff.
I just didn't learn.
No, man, the kids growing up right now have such an advantage if they just take advantage of what's out there. Kids have a tremendous advantage over even what people in my age group had. I was born in the 80s. So it was like, Nintendo came out when I was 6. And we were still going outside. You know what I mean? We were still going outside to play. But kids nowadays, man, they have such an advantage. They just need to be taught about it and told about it.
Yeah, I'm going through that right now because they just don't want to listen. But the reason why they don't want to listen is because they don't see me doing it. They only see me leave, and then I come back, leave and come back. They don't actually see me physically doing anything. So it's not encouraging.
Yeah, like my daughter's 8. And she has her own YouTube channel, and we started it up because we were like, "Oh, let's take some funny videos," because me and her we're like comedians together, So we were like, "Let's go to the park and let's just try this whole like family vlog style, wholesome type videos," And then we went from that, and then we stopped. She was becoming not really interested. She didn't want to do it all the time. I was like, "All right, cool, I respect it, no problem." Then she got an iPad as she got older, and she started playing Roblox. And I'm like, we have to like obviously monitor the time that she's on her iPad and playing. But then I started thinking, I'm like, hey, what if she did screen records and recorded her gameplay and uploaded and started working towards monetization, right? I have like a Fidelity account for her that I set up. And if she does get monetized at a young age, that money will go into that account. And she can build it up, and she can actually start learning about, and she can start learning about, hey, I did this. If I want 1,000 Robux, I can get it because I earned that. You know what I mean? So she started uploading all these short. She'd been using CapCut, and she's been uploading these short videos of her doing edits of Roblox dances and of her character and all this other stuff. Now she's got almost 4,000 subscribers, and now we're working on trying to get her to upload more long form content so she can get the watch hours, because she does.
Right.
Shorts don't go towards watch hours, and that's all she.
Right.
It's just Roblox shorts. So I'm trying to work with it. She doesn't see the value yet, but once she sees the subscribers, but she's not seeing the, hey, I'm doing all this work, but I'm not seeing this reward. So I'm trying to reel her in, being trying to explain to an 8-year-old, hey, you got to be patient, kind of thing. It has its challenges, but she still works at it, and she understands. We got her a desk. She wants a computer set up now. So she told me the other night she wanted to go live and do Roblox live. I was like, you're crazy.
Listen, I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if my granddaughter's one of her subs, because my granddaughter, right, Olivia, she's 6. Yeah, she's 6. And the other day I was in Tampa a couple of weeks ago for a family function, and she's sitting there the whole time with her iPad, bro, and she's playing Roblox, and then she comes sit up under me and watch me pop, and then she's some purple dragon that turns into this, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Bro, kudos to you. I know I want to open it up to the panel. If the panel's got any questions for you. Steven, what's off?
Me. No, I was thinking about that having her set up her channel. How about setting up her own LLC so she can build up her business credit as well? Because some of the stuff that I've been seeing, especially with us and our social security numbers and everything like that, I'm sure you've done research into the 9-digit numbers.
Yes.
Okay, so you're familiar. But one of the things that
are you talking about how those 9-digit numbers look like bank accounts and they're all tied to the dollar amounts? And
well, it's more specifically the fact that they're a form of identifying value and just the simple fact that you could start yourself off or start your children off at a better position financially by taking something like creating a business and then funding things and building credit through that business, that identification number that will connect back to your child, right? So that now when they come out of let's say that they come out of high school or they come out of college, the credit that they've been able to build up allows for them to take risks in different business ventures and whatnot. And now you're showing also a cash flow by having her channel. So, different ways to expand on your her or your child's ability to take off running, basically once she gets out of high school or college. And because I'm really big into not just hustles, but I mean trades, any kind of skill set that's valuable to another person. And that's really what you do with your hustles. You're providing goods to people that aren't willing to do the research in order to find the cheapest prices and everything like that. And when you can smooth out friction between you and you basically become the middleman that gets to absorb all the profits, and building out credit for someone starting really early, it's an amazing opportunity.
So Steven, what's your question?
No question, just asking. No, I did ask him, did you set up a business for her or an EI set up her EIN?
I did not yet. No.
Okay.
I did not.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like the
She will pay
takeaway
taxes.
here with the Richie is, kind of applies to all the rideshare drivers or any gig workers. Is like that quote that I talked to you about before, Vinny. We do what we have to do until we find something that we are meant to do. And I think that's at the end of the day, we're all trying to buying time to find that we're meant to do. And so, I think, hopefully, Rich finds his, success in the content creation, and, wish him the best. But, I think it's a kind of like the inspiration that's what we should all be doing, right?
Yeah.
Now, do all of you? I know all of you do ride sharing, but do all of you create content around ride sharing, or just some?
Well, I think
So for myself,
I do.
I have 3 different
around
channels.
ride sharing. And I
right,
also
so Eddie,
started to get into fitness, so
talk to
it keeps
people
me
about
doing
that, Richie.
something.
Talk to people about that, the whole content creation thing, because we're trying to do some things with content creation. And like we were supposed to do a class Sunday, this past Sunday, we were going to do one. We didn't get to it because my clients wound up, you know how MIA is with customs, bro. Fucking they land at 4:30, don't come out till 7 o'clock, you know.
So
And
check this out. So with the content creation, it's definitely a long marathon and not a sprint, especially with multiple channels. And just to give you an idea, like my main channel has 76,800. Been working at it since middle of 2018, 2019. That was like the bread and butter, all that stuff.
that's
And then
76,000 subs.
76,000 subs. Yep. And then I have the gaming channel, which has 4,400 subs. We have the my wife had a channel, and then we turned it into a family vlog channel that has 23,000 subs. I started another channel called Richie Reacts, which is like reacting to the funny TikToks and stuff like that, because I saw that trend was getting super popular.
Wow.
I've got a podcast channel that I'm starting with a buddy of mine the end of this year called The Boss Podcast. That's got a channel. I got a Street Finance Now where I talk about cryptocurrency. It's a faceless channel. We just talk about the news. I got one called The Comic Complex, which has 184 subs, and I talk about what I love to do as far as Pokemon cards, comic collecting, Final Fantasy trading cards, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We got
all things that you like to do, right?
all things I like to do. Right? I just
Forget
document. I
channels,
just
he's
document what I
building a
like to
media
do.
Empire.
Vivi's World, and then I just started one called Richie Eats.
Nah,
Because
bro.
I think
I
down
actually that guy.
Fine
I
dining.
eat-
Fine
listen,
dining.
in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Florida I've never experienced such an enormous amount of restaurants or
Oh
places to
yeah.
eat that I have in
Oh,
Florida. And I'm like, yo, I've been to some pretty dope restaurants. I'm like, if I just sat down with a tripod and just was like, yo, look at this fucking steak, bro. Look at this steak here. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I was just like, a lot of most of these channels, with the except of, the main channel, the gaming channel, the family vlog channel, I'd like to do more with the React channel. And then the Boss Podcast channel is definitely going to be a constant thing. But the other channels, they're kind of just there because once I can leave, and yes, I said leave because I tell my audience all the time, once that bridge is built from Amazon, and I can go full-fledged content creation, that's when the madness begins. And that's when I'm able to say, okay, I'm going to set up 6 different videos today, and I'm going to work on 2 on this channel too. And I can spend my whole day just creating content. I even started doing Amazon reviews because a friend of mine makes over $100,000 just doing Amazon reviews, making commissions from on-site commissions. That's like a whole nother conversation about selling on Amazon. It's just crazy. $100,000 for talking about 2-minute videos. I mean, she's uploaded 2,700 videos, but the fact that you can take 5 videos, 2 to 3 minutes a piece, 5 videos a day on products you either love or you find out that are trending or popular, and make commissions off them when people watch your video and they buy a product from that video page, and you can make 6 figures on that, and all you did was talk about a product. It's mind-blowing to me. And I'm like,
and useful even on YouTube.
Yeah. And so I have another one called Richie Reviews It.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I bought. I've had several products that I've done the same thing. I mean, parts for cars. Whether it's a mount. I mean, Vinny just covered one of those in one of his videos actually. But it's like, I think about it the way of what do I want to see? What am I looking for? And it's like, if a person's not going and testing something so that I can say, well, is the hinge strong? Are these pieces going to fall apart? Are the grips good? Is it going to fit my phone? Because it's a massive, all these types of things. So if nobody else is going to make it, why can't I? And I'll take it and I post it. Amazon
put an
and
affiliate
on
link.
YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah. And I throw them an affiliate link.
And it's good that you have 3 channels because, unless you're a diamond in the rough, like a Logan Paul or a Mr. Beast, or
right?
Anybody like that, you need multiple different types of content because you don't know what's gonna pick up and take off at that time. You know what I mean? But as long as you like doing that content, then why not?
Well, so this is what kind of happened with my content. I got my so I have one channel that's devoted for technology, things like that, and I cover technology. That one was growing pretty good. But like you, I'm kind of focusing in, dialing in on a certain aspect. So one, I've got my rideshare channel that I've been kind of focusing on. I do have a crypto channel, but I haven't been uploading on that crypto channel. And mine has my face, and I was going in discussing finance cryptos and whatnot. So XRP is like one of my big ones, but I go into the ISO 200-22s and all that stuff. And talking about learning fundamentals of cryptos for basic. The idea was to teach basic concepts to people and get them going to understand what they're buying and how to buy in a safe way. You know,
but from a creator side too, crypto, stocks, all that stuff, and that financial basket pay the most for ad revenue.
Right.
So anything financial, or because they people that put ads on those videos will pay a top tier compared to like a family vlog channel that's just going eating ice cream. You know what I mean? Like
right. So it's like my three main channels, like I said, this is the rideshare. I started like I felt a little awkward, but it was funny that you mentioned it. Throwing a tripod up when I go out and like if I go eat something in between rides, and it's like I've reviewed a truck, a food truck, a pizza truck.
Yep,
I forgot what the video was called.
People love that, bro.
They do, and I was like, I'm just some goofy guy eating pizza, and you guys are like, yeah, what else is out there? Like, okay, I'll find something else.
Like a lot of people ask me, they're like, I have two phones. You know what I mean? I scan with with my Samsung is my bread and butter, and then I have this thing, the iPhone, and I'm usually just
in
like,
another word,
recording like this, and like people are always like, how can you just record like that in front of people? And I was like, because when I'm recording, nobody exists. Like, I will never see these people most likely again. So what they think of me, I could care less. You know what I mean?
No, you're 100%.
Unless they're a fan.
Oh yeah, dude. I have people come up to me in Walmart all the time. I love when that happens.
I keep telling people, if they see me, just yell out, "Let's make this money!"
Yeah.
So I can yell too.
Let's make this money.
Make this money.
I tell me, it's like you just yell at me, and I'll yell right back, even if I'm with a client. Just when the client looks at me funny, it's like, it's a fan.
Red, what you got for Richie? You got any questions?
Well, first of all, I'm overwhelmed that he has these many channels. I can't keep up with my own channel.
I feel that.
I have one.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot. My day, from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, I was trying to tell Eddie last night, it's a very hectic day.
Yeah, I bet.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Red.
So my question, because my channel is all live stream because it's so easy. I get overwhelmed and stressed when it comes to editing. How the hell do you manage that?
Yeah,
they don't realize how long it takes to edit a freaking video, bro.
Yeah,
it takes longer than recording it.
I use Keen Master.
So I have the best thing I could have ever did was I had an old MacBook Pro before. I had a 2012 MacBook Pro, and I tried upgrading the RAM myself, and to edit a video took me forever. And then when you had to render it, and I always wanted to render in 4K because YouTube will give preference to 4K videos versus 1080p.
Oh, are you serious?
Absolutely.
What the hell?
Always render in 4K. Always.
So are you saying the upscale?
I'm doing 1080
Wait. I told you this. Don't blame me. You're not blaming me for this one. I got a whole list of shit I get.
So YouTube's even
do you do 1080p and upscale?
So no, I record in 4K. I record in 4K.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep, 4K I record in, and when I put it in, I make sure I render it in 4K. There are some times where I will load in 1080p and I will upscale to 4K and it will register as 4K.
Right.
But that's super important to upload that, because a lot of times even YouTube's come out and said that they want to give their customers the best quality that they can put in front of people. And if you're doing a rideshare video and yours is 4K, but everybody's 1080p, there's a chance that your video is going to get in front of everybody else's. Always do 4K. But where I was going with that was that, to render a 4K video would take literally 6-7 hours to save like a video. And I didn't want to do it, but I said it has to be the answer. I went and I bought a brand new MacBook Pro when they released it. What was it, last year or the year before? I spent big money on this thing. I spent like 4,300 on this computer.
Mhm.
But I'm telling you right now, it's the best thing that I ever did because that same video now saves in 12 minutes. So
Wow.
editing the video now I could edit a 45-minute video down to 25 minutes, 20 minutes. I could probably do that in under an hour, and then it takes 15 minutes to save it. And then I can
Final
upload it,
Cut?
and I can work on the next one. Yeah, so I use Final Cut, or
Okay.
if I want to keep it real easy, I'll still use iMovie. Depends on what I'm gonna put in there
Right.
for like scene cuts and scene breaks and shit like that.
See, I have an issue. See, me, I'm always on the road. So I can't sit at home and I can't.
Dude, bring
I
your
can't come
laptop.
back
You take a
home
lunch
and
break.
say,
Edit your video on lunch break.
dude, why do you think I got this phone?
You edit your videos on your phone?
On my phone, I use Keen Master.
You have the patience for that. God bless you.
Dude, whenever I'm sitting down,
I couldn't
whenever
do
I'm
it
sitting
either.
down, dude, I do my videos really quick. But the moment I finish my clip for the day, boom, I upload it, right? And then if I'm sitting down waiting for a client, I'm editing whatever I can get done. This is when I come home, because I'm going to bed at 11:30 at night. And the thing is if I don't get something done, I wake up and I can't sleep. And my alarm goes off at 3:30 in the morning, 7 days a week. So as long as I get 4 to 5 hours of sleep, I'm good. But the editing is what's killing me. And now
Who the hell's got
okay,
the dog?
yeah,
Oh, that's red.
that's red. And so now I started the other part of my channel, which is me and the carnivore diet. Can't believe I lost 10 pounds in that crap so far.
How can you not believe that?
I can't. 2 weeks, 10 pounds.
Yeah, of
but
course.
it looks
Good
like
for
I
you.
plateaued. It looks like I plateaued. And I gotta find something.
You guys gotta
no,
show me the
just-
day trading thing.
I have to edit those videos. But using Keen Master, I'm so quick with it.
At 10 days, or how long you say you've been doing it?
So
It was first I started doing.
we can
I
get
was
back to
doing-
that.
I was fasting.
We can get back to that. Let's stay on topic,
Right.
y'all. We don't
But
get Richie
editing-
often. You know what I'm saying? He's usually out there
That's
hustling
right.
somewhere. So I need
But
to keep it on top.
editing became an issue, and I do it with an app on the phone, and it's really, really freaking.
I
stressful.
can't believe you have the patience for that though, because I'm sure like when you have to drag or cut or anything like that. I mean, I can imagine doing it with your finger kind of thing. Like that might man.
So
Dude,
it's a pain.
You have a
I just-
laptop, right?
Yeah, though I have
Just
a
do it on
laptop.
your
I have
laptop.
3 screens, but it's just that the laptop in the car just takes so much room, and then I have to like start it every time I stop using it. I have to shut it off and close it. It's just
This brings me to a really good point. Hold on, Eddie. Because you and I have been on your ass about this now for about 3 months. Let me ask you a question, Richie. Okay, and then I want to get into Thomas's question. Do you have you said from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to bed, your day's pretty hectic. But do you have like a set? Is there any type of organization to your day? Meaning, do you have it planned out? I'm going to do this and
So
this.
since my wife works, I have her schedule way ahead of time, and I have 2 girls, 8 and 3. So like I don't think anything. I used to have a schedule. I don't really have so much of a schedule now. So like my day is pretty much I'll wake up in the morning, I'll do ride sharing 4 or 5 a.m. if I can get up that early. And I'll do it until my wife has to go to work. When I come home, I know I have 8 hours of time. And in that time, I'm either editing videos, recording sit-down videos. I'm going out to Walmart with the kids now.
Wow.
Doing all that stuff with the kids. And then everything else in between, giving them lunch. Sometimes I got to give them dinner too, because my wife doesn't come home till later. And yeah, and I can't just have them sit in the house, right? So I got to take them to the park sometimes. We go do different things. And then my wife will come home from work. I feel like I'm relieved of my duty. And then I go out. So like usually tonight I would have went out. My wife got home at 7:30, but I had to go do that thing. So usually I'll go out and I'll ride share at night. But I'm creating content. I must have made like 6-7 videos of ride sharing. But
Where they at, bro?
yeah, so I only released one. It was when I was in Miami on a Sunday. And we did a good job. I don't have time going back to Red's thing is about the editing. Between editing resell videos now, reaction like I need to I need to outsource.
Have you thought
that.
about outsourcing that? I was just going to ask you. You're
I
gonna
have to, but where I create videos every single day, you know, it's not like I release one video per week where I can be like, all right, let me pay you to do this one video. You do it, you upload it, whatever. Like we're talking 7 videos usually a week, not this week, but generally I used to do 5 videos Monday through Friday. Saturday I'd go live as a sit down Q&A. Sunday I'd go live in Walmart, like live looking for deals. And then I would do that every day.
Wow.
I know I've been inconsistent with that schedule lately because I have a lot of other things.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. It is hard. But I'll tell you this: the reason why I told you about the videos I made with ride sharing is because my channel, when I first started it, I originally wanted to show people how to do different things to make money. It turned into this reselling channel, and like, you know, all my content's all reselling and selling on Amazon. But I uploaded that Uber and Lyft video, and I sat on it for like 60 days, and I'm like, do I want to release this right now? I've told my audience, I'm like, guys, you don't understand. There's this guy Eddie, and you know, before I knew Vinny, I was like, this is guy Eddie. He's driving in style. He's making $2,000 a week. What are you doing that you're making $2,000 a week? Like, and I'm like, we're gonna try this, and we're gonna see if we can bring it. And then, you know, 2 months went by, and I ended up doing it. I ended up averaging about $38 an hour minus the gas. I had to like go to the gas station because of my comments. Whenever I sell on Amazon, people are like, yeah, but what'd you spend driving around?
Always.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, shut the fuck. Shut up.
It's just like the dumb people that say, I don't want to make $1 million because I don't want to have to pay taxes on it.
Did you get those where they send you a list of how they break it down? It's like, and you only made $10 an hour.
And then after that, they're like, oh yeah, okay, you minus the gas, and you know, you average $38 an hour for the day for 7 hours worth of work, but wear and tear in your car and blah 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 blah. I'm like, do you live in a bubble? Do you not drive your car to work back and forth? Do you not go to places? Like, do you not do long?
And you
trips?
don't get paid for that.
You don't get paid for that. Exactly. But
you let your car depreciate for free.
Right.
All right. So Thomas, what you got? You got a question for Mr. Richie here?
Well, yeah, Rich, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir, and thank you
What's
for
up,
coming
Thomas?
on for the Rideshare Garage. Quick question. Now that you've done Amazon and now that you've done Rideshare, what's your feeling about Rideshare coming from something that you've already done that's been profitable at this point, working with Amazon?
So I like the ride sharing because I've met so many people. I'll tell you a story after.
Yep.
Remind me, because there was one person that I'll never forget that happened for me. It was just an unbelievable story. But the amount of people specifically in Miami when I'll drive down South Beach and Brickell area that I meet, that I've exchanged numbers with, that I actually keep in contact with, and up in Boca and all this other stuff. The only thing I don't like about ride sharing is I could go to 5 Walmarts in the course of, 5-6 hours. I buy my products and I still have to pack them in. I send them into Amazon and then I'm done. At that point. And I have to go get new stuff, right? With ride sharing, and also when you send those products into Amazon, you send them in, they sell, and you don't get paid on that product until 7 days after the confirmation of the item being delivered to make sure there's no problem. So, you're being set back at least 30 days from the time you send it in to, whenever you sell. And that's if you sell it quick. But with ride sharing, I like how, and I already had experience doing the food delivery, years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you get that instant money, so like you can cash out every night for 80 cents if you want to. You can cash out all the time. You meet a lot of good people if you're in good areas. Like I've never had I've never had a bad passenger. And I've driven 2-3 in the morning sometimes just to get that late night buzz from Delray. I did have one person get sick in the car though, and I got my 150. It wasn't that bad.
You are a veteran now, buddy.
Yo,
you're a veteran.
Emotional damage.
But as far as like already making profit on Amazon and then doing ride sharing, it's obviously it's totally different. But I like interacting with people. I like talking to people.
Yeah.
I love talking. Like I love when people say to me, is this all you do? Do you do this full time or do you do something else? Because then I don't shut up. I'm like, oh, you asked the magic question. Well, yeah, I do this part time. I create content. I have all these channels. I sell on Amazon, to Amazon, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what do you do? And they're like, oh, I'm a heart surgeon. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, oh, okay. Are you hiring? You know, like,
bro. Yesterday, my first client, $3.5 million deal in the back seat, 10 minutes. We're having a conversation. He gets a phone call. He says, hold on, Vinny, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Bada, bing. Hey, Vinny, yeah. So as I was saying, bitch, you just cut a $3.5 million deal. You ain't even thinking twice about it.
But the caveat about the Amazon and the ride sharing is Amazon, you buy it now, you send it in, you let Amazon do all the work. With ride sharing, I'm finding, you know, you're getting in, you're grinding. It's a hustle. It's a hustle. You can't just take every trip. You know, these $2-3 bullshit trips and, you know, all this other stuff. You know, you have to be strategic, and then you have to be in the right area. And then, like, there's a lot that's involved with ride sharing that I probably couldn't even scratch the surface, right? You guys know far better than I do. But after watching a lot of you guys and hearing a lot of you guys talk on the show and stuff, I'm been able to pick up on what I should be doing if I'm going to be creating content. If I want my content to be quality, this is what I have to be doing. But I like ride sharing. I think it's profitable, but there some days that I'm just like, why the fuck did I just come out here for 8 hours to make shit money?
Yeah.
I mean, like, and then I think to myself, could I have been more productive going in some of these stores and waiting instead of getting that instant payout? So I like it because I like meeting the people that I'm driving, and
connections.
And I like showing people that, like, you could just wake up and be like, let me get my car. You know what I mean? As long as it's the right meets the requirements, I can just get up, get in my car, and do my thing. You know what I mean? Like, just learn what to pick, where to go, kind of thing. Like, you know, obviously there's a strategy to everything. So
I always like to say heroes. Everybody can be a hero when times are good, but when times are bad, that's when legends are born. And I believe that. I believe that with all my heart and soul. So, Omar, you said you had a question for Mr. Ritchie. Are you there, Omar?
Yeah. No, I didn't really have a question because I like to, like, kind of like Eddie. I like to listen to people. I like to, when I'm doing my ride sharing, people will ask me the same questions. I like to let them talk because I apply look, listen, learn, and then because I'm always trying to turn everybody into a private customer because rideshare sucks. So, you guys were talking before about video editing, and I have the same problem. I have all these ideas. I'm actually right now intensely redoing one of my logos for one of my other channels because it's really important to make a first impression, and my logos suck. So, but we just thought of a new hustle. I mean, seriously, we just came up. We're all we're talking about is different pivots, and I think we should talk about that some more. Maybe not tonight, but who does do video editing? Because I'm sure there are people out there that are just like you, Eddie, and just like us. They'll have Vinny's videos. Oh, okay, I'm gonna work on Vinny's videos for an hour. Here you go, Vinny. They send it out. Like when you need an intro video. Like I watched a few people online, and they're like, "Yeah, all this stuff was made by such and such person, and that such and such person has connections with other people." Because people who do video editing, they can do it like that. They'll sit all day long doing it, but they'll do 10 or 12, however many they do. They'll have customers, and hey, it's $40 for an intro or whatever it is, $100, whatever it is. So I just think that might for any of us that are creative, there's another side hustle. It's not really a question, more of a comment, but
and you don't have to show your face when you make the videos.
Yeah, Vinny.
Well, I you know what?
I don't know what you guys mean.
I wasn't going to do this, but you know what, Omar, you're in timeout.
Timeout.
I had to put somebody in timeout.
Wait, I thought Eddie was the one that said it.
No. Omar's like, my face sucks. Okay, but you know, it's okay, bro.
You see how much value I add to this channel, Richie? You were talking about negativity, and there goes Vinny bringing in negativity. You know.
All Omar had to do was just talk one time.
Back in timeout.
Oh my god.
Back in timeout again, bro. Timeout is classic around here, bro. I will put your ass in timeout quick, fast, and in a hurry. No,
I just wanted to share.
Oh, go ahead.
No. I just wanted to share the quick story real quick before I forget, because I'm sure you guys have some really good rideshare stories. This one blew my mind. I picked up this guy. I won't say his name, but I picked up this guy in Miami, multi-million-dollar condo, gets in with his wife and his friend and his wife. And they must be surgeons because they're talking about, doing surgery and emergency ER and all this other stuff. And I'm driving them I pick them up by Brickell. And I'm driving them over to South Beach, and we arrive at this restaurant called Carbone.
Yeah,
And me and my wife,
Carbone.
our 10-year anniversary at the time, marriage anniversary, was coming up in a couple of months. And I tried to make reservations there, and you have to book like more than a month in advance and all this stuff. I could not get a reservation there, right? So I'm dropping them off, and I pull up to the door, and I was literally just talking to my wife about it. I'm like, I was like, you guys go to Carbone. I was just talking to my wife about this place. I had said it's really good, but it's impossible to get a reservation. He's like, oh yeah. He goes, I know. He goes, I know management here. He goes, I know Mario and all them. And I was like, oh, that's cool, good stuff. He was like, yeah. He's like, I could try to help you out if you want. What's your number or whatever? So I gave him my number, and I'm like, all right, this guy's not gonna. It's just kind of like maybe talking, whatever. A couple days later, he texts me. He's like, hey. It's so-and-so. Do you remember from Miami? We had and I was like, yeah. He's like, listen, I'm going to call them up on this day and get you a reservation. I was like, okay. He calls up. He's like, hey, I couldn't get you the reservation, but they said you have to call 30 days before the actual reservation. We're about 40-something days. So he goes, I'm going to put it in my calendar, and I'm going to follow up with you. Now, I've never met this guy in my life, right? I'm going to put it in my calendar. I'm going to follow up with you. Let's make this happen. I'm like, all right, cool. 2 weeks go by. I'm like, all right. He texts me first thing in the morning, like 7:30 in the morning. He's like, hey, I just want to let you know I emailed. He sent me a copy of the email. He just did all this shit, right? He's sending me recommendations, all this stuff. He's like, hey, you got to try this and that, right? He's like, let's hope that everything comes back. He has this concierge reach out to these people. He sent me the email saying, hey, you're all set for May 26th at 6 p.m. And I was like, shut up. And then on top of that, he's like, yo, you ready for your big day? He's like, and then after he's following, he's like, so how'd you like it? Blah, blah, blah. And like me and him talk as like friends now. You know what I mean? It's just like he's like somebody who went out of their way for a complete stranger. And now this guy is, I'm sure, a busy guy in the medical field. And for him to take the time to do all that for somebody he has no idea who, I'll never forget that. And that type of kindness leaves impact on people forever.
100%.
Unbelievable.
Did he know it was your anniversary coming up?
He did. Yeah, I told him. I told him my 10 years.
awesome.
He put that in the notes. You know what I mean?
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Phenomenal, bro.
It just goes to show the type of people you can meet with ride sharing.
That's fantastic. Oh my God. Where are we at? Oh, we're at 11:04. We can talk a little bit more. Richie, I just, like I said, when Eddie told me yesterday, he said, hey man, I talked to Richie. Richie also wants to come on the show. I'm like, he's going to come on the show? Because fact that you have.
Richie, I was surprised when you called, bro. I was
well, I saw that missed call, and I don't know what the fuck you said in the message. I'm like, let me see what this guy said.
Hey, be thankful it was Eddie and not Brandon, okay? Because Brandon sent some crazy. Y'all don't want to know about the Brandon text messages. Anyway, and I mean that with love, Brandon. If you're watching, I don't know, Brandon took a vacation here on us. The fact that you have so many YouTube channels going, and you're building them, and they take their time, but you're getting them there. It's just, you ask Eddie. I tell Eddie all the time, right? There's so much I want to do with content creation. I got one coming up. Everybody knows, right? I'm picking up this Tesla in August, and we're gonna do some things, and I'm starting another channel with that. And just the fact that you've got 4 or 5 of them going, bro, like, you're my guy.
Let me ask you a question now. So you're giving up the XL life for Tesla life?
See.
Here comes, because I thought about Tesla, right, for ride sharing and doing the whole rental trial thing, and I'm like, but then like I need my XL. That's what gives me my bread and butter right there.
Eddie, what do you drive?
After we end the show, I'll explain to you my theory behind it.
Okay.
If you can do that, because we're not going to be here much longer.
Okay.
It'll take like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And you will completely understand it.
Okay.
But to answer your question for everybody that's still with us tonight, I'm not giving up my caddy. I'm keeping my caddy. Okay. But there is value in that Tesla and rideshare, and there is value in the caddy and rideshare. It just depends on what the hell is going on. And I'm just seeing, I've been saying it for months now. To me, the pivot in rideshare is not up. To me, the pivot in rideshare is down because they're bringing all these rates down, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That blood from the stone don't exist. It's freaking dust coming out of that stone now when it comes to a driver.
Especially in Florida. A lot of drivers.
Especially in Florida, bro.
A lot of drivers.
So you really have to, if you're going to stay in this game, you got to have the right tool. Right? So, but we can talk about that. We can talk.
Eddie, what do you drive?
I drive the XT6.
No. Eddie hustles. God, we got two Eddies here. Oh my God.
Richie hustles. Richie hustles.
Sorry, I said Eddie. Sorry.
You know what? You know what? You know what? You don't even know the damn guest. You're out of here. What the fuck are we talking about here, bro? That's embarrassing.
Yo.
Sit there and listen the whole time. Anyway, go ahead, Omar.
No, I was saying, what car do you drive?
I have a Dodge Durango.
Oh, okay. So that qualifies for XL, but nothing else though.
Nothing else, just XL, X and share. I mean, a lot of times I don't even like to do X and share unless it's like, whatever. But XL, yeah.
Are you what model Tesla are you thinking about getting?
For me, I was thinking about doing the rental for the what is it? The
we're definitely going to talk about. No. We're going to talk about that after.
I would.
So I was thinking about the rental, but I don't drive all day every day, so I don't think it would make sense.
It would.
Yeah. No, okay. We'll have to touch on this another time, but I think that you have the right idea. Is keep your options open, and I always say keep the XL. Like if I drive a QX60, if I get rid of it, or if it ends up in Mexico, whatever, I'm gonna buy a clapped out.
And my Tesla right next to it.
Yeah. Stevens and Brandon's car right next to it. Yeah, and a shipping container. I don't know how these things happen, but anyways, I just
right.
Yeah, I'll buy a clapped out minivan because that's the way to go down here in South Florida. Because people just don't care, man. I mean, you meet one good person, but then you meet like, it's a thing.
But wouldn't it be best? I talked to a guy yesterday. We were both picking up from the same spot, 2 separate XL rides, but the same party. And he was in a Yukon, and he was in a 2016 Yukon. He said he couldn't get Lux, he couldn't get all that stuff. He could only get XL because his vehicle was too old.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I can get the XL. I said, I'm getting 17 to 20 miles per gallon. He's like, oh, that's what I'm getting. I said, yeah, but I'd rather be driving the Yukon though. But
well, I tell you, when it really comes down to it,
he said the Suburban he thought was the best. If you would do rideshare.
No. If you're gonna be straight up and honest with it, I've said it. I'm gonna say it again. You either jump on a QX60 because you get the absolute best warranty, the aftermarket warranty that you can purchase if it's used, certified used. It's unlimited.
Wait, dude, you said
no. The warranty's from Infinity. My warranty's from Infinity.
Dude, my wife, we just went down to the Infinity dealership about 2 weeks ago. We got her a couple years ago. We got her a brand new QX55. It was too small, and she just got into a QX60. But it's a lease, so you can't.
Right.
Yeah. But the thing about the QX60s that really trumps them all, and that's why you see so many of them on the platform, is because if you get one certified used, you can get the unlimited warranty on the car. I mean, we know guys that have gotten brand new engines and transmissions out of them. Oh, they pay their little deductible, $500 deductible, and they got an $8,000 new, they got a brand new drivetrain, so to speak. And then what Eddie and I drive, the vehicles like that size, those mid-size 3-row SUVs,
6-seaters, good on gas.
Because you're going to get 22 to 25 miles to the gallon city highway,
and you
right? You can handle. You can get all the platforms. The only platform I don't get out of both apps is Premier
SUV.
But who the hell wants it? It pays like shit. So that's it. That's all.
With the QX60, can you get the Lux and the black and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't be driving a QX60 if I couldn't get black XL. I'm online right now, black. I'm online right now, black only.
Because I know Miami. The Miami market is big on like black and Lux and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But it depends. Sometimes, like right now, it's dead, and you know why?
Yeah. Because it's the summertime.
Yeah.
It's kind of the downside of having my Tesla. It's I get Lux Black, but I don't get Lux Black XL.
Oh, I mean, to show you how dead it is, Vinny, did you tell the story about last night?
We talked about it this morning, but what I want to do is I want to go ahead and wrap this show up. It's 11:11. And we're gonna do our tip of the week. You know, Richie, you're gonna be last tonight because you're the guest.
So, somebody's like got a clapped out Dodge Caravan. I love it.
Yeah, for real. And just drive it to the ground.
Yeah,
So,
I got myself a clapped
yeah.
out Dodge Caravan.
Hell yeah.
On behalf of the Rideshare Garage, bro, I want to thank you for coming on the podcast tonight. A couple of people have made mention to it.
Appreciate
bro.
you guys having me.
One of the best
Yes,
episodes
sir.
we had. I wish more people would have been here tonight because, you know, listen, you're walking, living proof that you can make, bro, 4 pivots. 4.
And we ain't done yet.
One is the other one.
And still going, brother, and still going. So, you know, you serve as an inspiration to people. And I think that's a good thing. And more people need to know your goddamn story, bro. For real.
Appreciate that.
For real.
But it looks like content creation is where it's going to be, right?
Eddie,
Yes.
tip of the week. You're up. Let's go. Tip of the week. Let's
Tip
go.
of the week. Hey, I downloaded. I have nine. Let me see. I have Uber, Veho, Lyft, Roadie, GoMo, Dasher, Deliver app, another one called Deliver, and another one that I'm trying to apply for, which is a Vromo, VROMO. Have like 10 additional gig apps in there. If one doesn't work, you move on to the next. Because if Uber and Lyft don't want to pay you, I'm telling you, there's another app that wants to pay you.
Sweet. Good stuff. Multi-apping. I really don't want to do this next guy, but I'm gonna put Steven with the funky hat on. I don't know what the hell he's wearing there. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Richie. I gotta bring this hat up, bro. I gotta bring this hat up to the main screen. What the hell? What are we talking about here?
It's from One Piece. It's the chopper hat. Anyway,
See,
Tony
you're making
Chopper.
fun of it, Vinny, but that looks like profitability right there.
Thank
Listen,
you.
anything One Piece right now is fire.
Oh, yeah, it's true. The seasons, I can't even. They're getting exciting. But my tip, as I was telling Richie, help your children and yourself by building up business credit for yourself. Don't utilize your social security number. Instead, get an EIN. Learn what that is. Take time and go on YouTube and understand what an EIN number is and how you can benefit from it. Because trust me, business credit is going to be extremely valuable for your children coming up. And you can teach them different ways to invest their money. But if you don't take the time to teach them how this stuff works, they're going to be spending into their 30s and 40s figuring it out way after the fact, when they could have taken advantage of opportunities that people brought to them. So keep that in mind and do it for yourself. Start a business so that you can build your own business credit. If you don't know what to name your business, name it yourself. Name it your name.
All right. Red, what you got, Red?
First of all, I can't even take him seriously with that hat on.
Damn.
Sorry.
Look, One Piece for life.
Okay, so I'm gonna co-sign on Eddie multi-app. You guys know I multi-app, so that's gonna be my thing every week. But Vinny, for you, I'm gonna need you to figure out how to put 48 hours in one day, bro, because you only got 3.
Ooh.
I don't know what the hell you mean about that.
Friday morning is starting. Friday morning's around the corner. You're gonna have to get more hours.
She's throwing down the gauntlet.
Beat us.
That is not a tip of the week. That is a threat
Bang,
to
bang.
the host of the show.
Right.
Bang, bang.
That's not even a goddamn tip.
Bang, bang.
That's all I can think.
Rick, I got you.
It's a
competition.
You
know what?
If you don't know, we're going to war. Gig Wars official is going to war with the Rideshare Garage.
It ain't a war. It's gonna be more like a skirmish and a slap down. Thomas, what do you got, buddy?
All right, guys. Definitely.
Thomas,
Vinny,
first of all, before you give your
Yes,
tip,
sir.
tell everybody how many hustles you got going on.
Oh my
God. People don't know your story enough, bro. Next
listen,
week when you come on, because I'm also bringing on somebody else next week, a newer guy out of Vegas. Bro, I love his content. I just love his content. He's got the right attitude. So we're going to get into your story too. But real quick, tell people what you tell me all the time.
Oh, okay. Well, definitely for me, I do the Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, work at Pizza Hut, work at Domino's, worked at Papa John's.
Mm.
I wasn't selling secrets to the Russians. All I cared about was the money. So,
I heard that.
so it,
All right,
it's
so what's your
been a
tip of the
lot of
week?
pivots. But my tip also, but first things first, Vinny, definitely got to congratulate you on the new grandbaby. I know you
Yeah,
happy.
buddy. Be here in the next 30 days, man.
Yes, I know you happy. I wish I could have got with you when you were up here for the
Bro,
4th
I
of
wanted
July
to.
weekend.
Yeah, I wanted to, bro. But you know what? I was so dog dead ass tired. And let me tell you something, Thomas. I hate to break it to you, but
Yes,
y'all
sir.
are hotter on that side of the state than we are on this
Yes,
side.
it is.
I didn't
Yes,
realize
it
it.
is.
Hey, Richie, I don't know how often you go over to like Tampa or Fort Myers or whatever, but bro, Tampa is so much hotter
Is it?
than our side, bro. Like at least
It's
5-6 degrees, bro.
it's scorching.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck? It stinks over
I
here.
mean,
on
it's like
California
96, 98, and like 100,000% humidity. Like I thought that was
Yeah.
bad over here.
Well, we got the same temperatures, the same humidity, but they got no airflow over there, bro.
Mm.
I'm wide open over there in
Mm.
what is it, Wesley Chapel, Land O'Lakes. There ain't no
Yes.
goddamn buildings, right?
No.
It might be a
Oh my
Burger
God.
King and a goddamn Pizza Hut somewhere, and that's it. The rest is sticks, sticks and
Yes.
gators, bro. That's all they got over there.
Yeah. Them
But I'm
old
sorry, bro.
trees hold
It
heat.
wore me out. It wore me out, and so for that I apologize. I chilled with the family that night, you know, and so.
Uh-huh.
But go ahead on, bro.
No, it's all right. But first tip, first things first. I got a text message today from Domino's from my boss. They're doing a partnership. They're going on the Uber Eats platform.
Oh,
So
Wow.
there
so
will
they're
be
ruining
another
deliveries.
Yeah, so there'll be another pivot to work with, another vendor that you can
Right.
use. Because once the fall starts and with this
Mhm.
college football and everything, and then the snowbirds start migrating, I'm riding that wave into the ground.
Yes, sir.
And then,
yes, sir.
and then seasonal, when it's summertime, just work me an office job. Just completely walk away from rideshare and stuff until the fall. But my biggest tip for today is mostly, guys, when you out there, be safe, be aware of your surroundings.
Amen to that.
I watched on Twitter today a girl in the lift sitting in the back seat behind the driver, took her Glock out of her purse and was telling the Lyft driver, "You better get me to this party so I don't miss or we gonna have a problem." And her friend is taking the video
I
of
remember
her
that video.
laughing.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
are sick.
I said,
And the
"There's
dude had no clue. He had no clue.
Yeah, no.
No
And
clue.
he's sitting up there grinning. Yeah, I'm gonna get you there. Don't worry, don't worry. And I'm sitting up here like, oh my God.
Shit.
And you know the sad part about
make
it
sure you
is
gotta have your own
Nope,
Harry
nope.
Potter broomstick.
those two, yeah, but dude, if they're sitting behind you, you got no shot anyway. You're already caught.
Right.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing, right? You know what's sad about that, Thomas, is that they were
Mhm.
kicked off the platform, and all they got to do is go to the nearest grocery store or gas station and buy a $50 Lyft card, and they're right back on the platform again.
They're right back
That's the
on it.
bullshit about it, bro.
Or even use another email address, which is garbage.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you're right, man. Good
Yeah.
tip. Omar, what do you got, brother?
Just following along how I always do every week. And I mentioned it before. You know, you get one chance to make an impression. I've been working a lot on that in my own way. A lot of us have our own channels, right? But maybe there's something about what you're doing that you don't like. Don't be afraid to redo it. Like right now is a slow time for us where we are in South Florida. So redo your stuff so that you have a chance when you're trying to reach out and get more subscribers and do different things to make a better impression. Because branding is very important. It's something I learned in a handful of marketing classes I took when I was in college. So yeah, don't be afraid to redo anything that you're doing and make it more efficient. You can stop and say, am I doing things kind of like to what Richie was talking about? Is this the most efficient way of doing this? And that's everything. That's rideshare, it's food delivery, it's everything. So stop and think how to make things better, and then move forward, because that was the whole thing during the pause. I was big on that. Like, learn something new. And you could learn something new all the time, but then you could also redo it so that you're doing it better and make sure that you present yourself or present whatever you're doing in the best way possible. Because again, you might only get one chance to make an impression, and you don't know who you're gonna be. From today to tomorrow, that could change everything for whatever you're doing.
Yep, 100%, 100%. All right, Richie.
Oh, and Vinny, sorry.
Oh,
if
shit.
anybody in the comments knows somebody that does video editing, seriously, contact us because we all need, I think, a video editor. I need somebody to contact. I just got too much stuff.
I just spent $50. Well, actually, everything together, I'm in the process of a filmmaking class. A content creator that I followed for a while, and I finally pulled the trigger on it because I'm finally getting serious about my content. And even though when I put out my videos, you guys might not notice it in the videos, but I notice it because I know the changes that I'm making. So when I'm sitting here and I'm going through my editing process, it's some good stuff. So you can always learn something new. Absolutely. 100%.
And Richie, when you're in Delray, bodily fluid. That's the key word. That's all I got to say. Bodily fluid. What's on the ground? Bodily fluid.
All right, Richie, I'm gonna let you get the last tip of the weekend for us, brother. Go for it.
Yeah, I would just say, don't give up. Be consistent and don't give up. I think of this like, I don't know if it's not really a meme. It's more like an image of you have two people that are like digging in mines, and one person turns around and the diamond's right behind him. The other guy keeps going and he finds, the pot of gold. And you just never know. Your opportunity could literally be the next hour, the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year, whatever it is. As long as you love doing what you're doing, keep at it. And document it if you can. Document everything.
That's the number one thing that Gary Vee always says, man. Document everything you do. Don't worry about looking good on TV or on YouTube. Just document it, bro. Put it out there because you're gonna help somebody. Somebody is gonna be helped out. And it's the absolute line. That's why we do what we do. I was questioning earlier this week. I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was like, dude, I don't even know if me personally, I was in a little bit of a brain funk. Am I actually giving value by doing what I'm doing? Am I doing this for the right reasons? Right? Putting out the videos, doing what we do on Wednesday night, doing the show in the morning with Eddie and Vinny. And I was really doubting myself. And that's one of those things that you go through. I'm sure you went through it, Richie. I'm sure everybody on the channel.
Yeah, 100%. So I told you that I did Saturday night sit downs, Q&As, and Sunday night lives. I haven't done them in 4 weeks because I've been having this battle in my head. It's not that I've given up. I've been doing it for 4 or 5 years straight, but I'm trying to think of how I can bring better value to have a better output. So, I'm trying to reevaluate those lives, but exactly what you just said.
It's tough. You get into it, like
I call it reseller depression. Sometimes you get in this funk, and you overthink everything so much that it stops you from doing everything.
Right.
100%. The last 2 mornings,
analysis paralysis.
Got to keep going.
The last 2 mornings I've been on with Eddie. I know Eddie. Somebody. Novice bets noticed it this morning, said I've been salty lately. And you know what? He's right. Yeah. Like, and it wasn't until he said that this morning, I'm like, this some bitch, you know what? Some bitch is right. I have been salty lately. But it's Eddie's fault. Eddie likes to trigger me in the morning, bro. He just likes to get me going on these goddamn rants. And then Thomas is over there sending me these private messages. Do it, Vinny. Do it. Puff your chest. Do it. Don't worry about it.
Because
I'm with you, Vinny. I'm with you.
I have never read any news to keep on with what's going on. Because with what's going on right now, I don't want to be driving into the wrong neighborhood. Given that just the day before there was a shooting and they're still looking for the damn guy, so I don't want to go in there. So I started reading news and I report on these news because if I talk about them, I remember them.
So you're being selfish in the morning. So you're being selfish in the morning.
Well, not really. I just post some interesting
news.
Just said, look at what.
Where till tomorrow morning, bro? I got something for you tomorrow morning. God damn it.
I'll be on. But I always end it good, which I'm gonna end it today really good too. You're gonna be like, oh.
No, you're not. We're not doing that. No. We didn't come this far to come this far. We're not doing that tonight. That's an.
That was pretty good last. The other Wednesday was pretty good.
No.
This one-
You
this one
know how
is
many
like-
demonetization shits I had to go through to get monetized last week because of Eddie
Was
shit?
that because of what he did?
Well, I already got a feeling because we played one of Richie's videos. YouTube's gonna automatically copyright me. I have a feeling, but it's okay. It's okay. Anyway, all right, we're gonna wrap this thing up. Let me get everybody on the screen together here. Once again, want to thank Richie for coming on the show tonight, bro. Listen, dude, you provided a ton of value. I don't know how I'm gonna chop this up. I'm definitely gonna put this on a regular video tonight.
You're gonna get a video editor.
Yeah. Hey,
I got
Fiverr.
Premiere Pro, bro. $30 a month. I got the whole suite. You know, I hustle them for the college plan every time when they say, "Oh, all right, your 1 year's up. You're going to $59.95." I'm like, "Fuck you! I don't want to see this no more. I'm done." Who's trying to trigger me right now? Take that off.
Oh,
See what I mean? See what I mean?
yes.
See what I mean? They want to trigger me. It's 11:30 at night. They're trying to trigger me. What the is wrong with people, bro?
Oh, I got a good one for you, Vinny. You guys mentioned you mentioned Gary V. Gary V's a Jets fan.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see
He's a
it.
huge Jets fan, and you're talking about how much you like him. That's good. He's
Yeah,
a smart guy.
I like him. I didn't say he had good taste. So anyway, he's trying to buy. His goal is to buy the Jets.
Oh, hell yeah.
Do you know that's been his over? Do you know?
Hell yeah, I know. He talks about it.
Goal, yeah, but that was his ultimate goal when he finally got started. Was he wanted to be rich enough to be able to buy the New York Jets, and he says it. He used to say it in a lot of his podcasts and his keynote speeches. He says, "I don't think I'll ever buy the Jets, but the fact that it's such an impossible goal to get to, I set these other goals as step ladders so that I can put myself in position to reach that ultimate goal." And when you think about that, you know, we all know the Jets suck. They ain't worth two nickels rubbed together.
Here we go.
But even when
Hey, coming from a New England fan, absolutely, I have to agree with you.
yeah, you see, that's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
You giving a New England fan an applause? Well, that's because the Dolphins own New England, so that's true. I mean, you know.
So anyway,
Miami will never go 0-16 or 0-18 because they'll get that one win against New England. You know.
You know what? I just had another video idea. I just had another channel idea. We got a Boston fan. We got a New England fan. We got a Jet fan. Obviously, I'm a homer. I'm a Dolphin fan. I'm everything Miami, bro. All y'all are just transplants into my fucking backyard. That's all I'm going to say. All right?
He's a
All
Miami
y'all are
fan, but he never goes to Miami. Give me a break.
I'm in Miami, bro.
Hey, listen, a lot of us were forced here. Our hand was forced.
You
to
ain't
come
lying
to
about
this.
Oh, bro,
and
I
I'm
just
happy
thought
to be
about that.
here.
Yeah, but did you see the billboard that I sponsored at the Florida Georgia line along I-95 and I-75? It says Florida is full. Don't fucking enter.
Right.
I'll be right there.
Bro, it's a rotating sign, bro. So it goes like 360 degrees. But as you coming and going, you catch it in the rearview mirror and say, "Oh shit, honey, we got to turn around and go back."
Oh my god.
But that'd be a great sports show for the winter if you guys want to consider that, because I know Omar's into that. I don't know if you're into that or not. I'm sure we can find a Buffalo fan somewhere. They ain't hard to find. Lulu's Bait Shack every Sunday. All right. So anyway, we're gonna wrap this up tonight. Again, thank you to everybody who joined us tonight. Hope you learned something tonight. That's for sure, because I know I learned a lot of things. Other than that, it's time to go. Everybody, put up the goofy faces. Or you know what? I should just put Steven up here and block everybody else out with this fucking ad. Eddie, you got the video ready? How? Eddie, where's the video? Where's the video?